Welcome back to the Forgotten City. Let's get right back into it. Okay. Alright, wait, what is this? Oh, never mind. Okay. So last time we had figured out this guy's evil. More evil than we thought. I had my suspicions, but man, were they bad. I wonder what...
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you?
Well, I need...
What is it, citizen?
Okay, I need to get people to vote for Galerius. How do I get this guy to... He's probably never... I'm not gonna be able to change his mind. Who are you gonna vote for?
Not that it's any of your unfortunate...
Yes, you're loyal to him.
Sentius knows of this...
This place will be different with that sleep at the helm, but I try not to worry about things.
I appreciate the thought. You know... All right.
Okay, I feel like I just need to get that guy to drop out. And then, you know, get Galerius to do his normal routine, and he should get enough votes, right? What if I can tell you that your sister is up there?
I wish Horatius would stop letting...
Shut up.
Oh.
Let's talk about your sister.
Heard about her disappearance, I take it.
I found her. Your father has been keeping her tied up in the upper cistern.
Is this some kind of crude, commoner joke?
It's no joke.
No, surely not. Father, is this true?
I'm afraid it is.
Whoa.
I don't understand. Why? Why would you do such a
Okay,
thing?
obviously he does not care
You found a
because...
way out. And if you're wondering why I'm telling you this, it's because you're never going to remember.
Exactly.
All I have to do is commit a sin, and the day will begin again. Watch this. I'm going to kill you now.
The many shall suffer.
Yeah,
the
you
sins
fucking
of the one.
little shit. Okay, well...
That man lives badly, but does not know how to die well.
Is he just standing there? Oh, he is just standing there.
It would be a thing to drag.
Cinema. My butthole. Excuse me. Just gonna take that right in the face. I sound like that. Is this a Super Meat Boy scream? You fucker. So close now? That's a good sign that I'm doing good. I wonder if he feels the pain. Presumably not. Okay, I need you.
Salve, friend.
We could try to do this one.
What? That's a big ask. But
Let's
something
try
tells
it.
me you're not kidding. All right, I'm gonna stick my neck out and believe you. But I doubt I'll be able to gather more than a handful of people.
I mean, I don't really care how many people I gather for this because I just need a few.
On your best
I don't
behavior,
know.
trust.
Horatius, how's it feel knowing
Oh, maybe those two endings are you. But the first one was you just kill him, get sent back. And then this one's you leave with some. And then leave with all. And then So you can get into the temple, I guess? That's just one whole ending. I thought there would be, like, multiple in there. That is locked. You know what? How do I even do this? Where is this key? I guess I should have probably figured out where. Or like how I get in there. Maybe I can just jump up to the top?
Salve.
He looks busy. Not really. I wonder what he's up to. Solarius. Whatever the hell your name is.
Oh, another one fresh out of the baths.
Just shut the fuck up.
Citizen,
Shut the fuck up. You know what you're doing.
don't be so foolish. Yes,
I know. I know what I'm doing.
The many shall
He doesn't
suffer
have anything on him.
for the sins
And
of
it's
the
probably
one.
gonna...
Help me!
Yeah, it's just loading me back. Okay. One moment. I don't... Hmm. Where did... Did she say where you had the key? Under his bed? Oh, maybe here? In a chest that I can't open? Okay, maybe we just go chat with... maybe we just go chat with Centella. Or Sentia. Whatever the fuck, god damn her name is. It's down here?
Keep an eye out for Centilla, would you?
Oh, I know where she is.
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
Shush.
Whoa,
Shush. Baby boy. Shush. Like you got G. And bada bing. Bullshit. Come on, let me climb. Okay, where are you? Hey, we need to have a chat.
You. Who are you? Did he send you?
Nobody sent me. I know we've had this conversation
What?
before.
God, am I going out of my mind? Are you going to let...
I told Gladris to lead everyone here when the golden rule is broken so they can escape too.
How did you know? Wait, did you
Oh,
hear
he
that?
just comes down
He's
here.
He must be coming in through the door behind me. You distract him. Stay right here and keep him talking while I look for something I can use.
Well, how do I get him? Maybe I just don't ask Galadrius.
what did you do with Scintilla? Where is she?
I don't know why. You're human garbage, you know
So
that?
that is how it's going to be. Oh well, this doesn't change anything for me. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it?
I mean, we've had this conversation.
Why? Isn't it obvious?
I don't know if I need to
Because
stall
I
him.
have grown attached to all this. And
Yeah,
as long as the
yeah,
I
no.
have found a way
Yeah,
to
you know, we've already
prolong
had this
my life
conversation.
indefinitely, to cheat death.
Yeah, but-
I have become, in effect, as immortal as the gods. Can you honestly say you would not wish the same for yourself?
I told you I was gonna
Do
break
you
your
really
shirt.
think you can take on a Decurion with that
I probably could, but I'm gonna let her have this one.
scintilla? Where is she?
I'm right here.
What was that?
Father.
Looks like she. Oh.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Come on, we have to go. The others should be right behind us. Hey, what's happening to you?
Oh.
Light, it's so bright.
Okay, so no matter how he dies, I just get sent back. I mean, that makes sense. Oh, I'm in my original time in the place.
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a
I'll
fright.
let this one play
Thought I
out.
was in here alone. I'm Al.
How worth it came in here to find
Oh.
you.
Here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Why's your shirt so wrecked? Corvax, I was
Funny
hoping
you
you
should
know who
ask.
I am.
I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kind of rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina. Freed an imprisoned woman named
Proserpina.
Scintilla.
I feel
then
like so
murdered her
many people are
captor,
saying that
breaking
differently.
some kind of ancient law. It said the attack caused golden statues to come alive, hunting down everyone in the city and turning them into gold. Apparently, Scintilla and a handful of other citizens managed to
Handful.
escape, while the stranger disappeared in a flash of light.
That was me.
What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago? I'm not sure I understand.
When I first arrived here, in the present day, I found your corpse hanging from a noose.
I'm sorry, come again?
I still have the suicide note? Oh, I guess I
Let me see
do.
that. God, why does this writing look so familiar? I've spent a lifetime in this place.
Hey,
going
this thing
around
is
and around
you.
in circles.
Whoa, why does that look
This
familiar?
is-
This is you, fucker.
This is disturbing, but I don't understand how I could have written it.
Time travel. Different version of you. I changed the past in your fate.
I'm not following.
I helped Scintilla kill the man who opened the time portal and drew you back in time, preventing you from
So you're
ever-
saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this.
Yerp.
I guess you saved my life then, as well as helping a bunch of others to escape. That's a lot to take in.
Enough talk. Let's get out of
Maybe
here.
we can escape through the same aqueduct Scintilla used, if we can find it.
That's true. It's right here. Do I still have my shit? I do. No, just a flashlight. I can't turn Al to gold. Oh yeah, that turned to gold. At least that stayed consistent. Okay, let's exit this tunnel. What ending is this? It's probably 3, right? Huh. Oh yeah. This did just kind of lead straight out.
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lured into this temple.
Good idea.
You go on ahead. I'll be
Just
this.
some random schmuck gets fallen down there and is by himself. Hey Karen, are you chilling out here still? Still Bing chilling? surprisingly. Hey, I know you're evil.
You're back. But
Oh, her name.
you're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al?
Oh, he's just chilling.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there. Why don't you tell me what you discovered while we wait?
I discovered your name.
I see. I thought you might. Well, now you know.
Oh,
I suppose
Jesus.
you have questions.
I wish I could say no, because I would ask them in
You
the
can
true
just
ending.
call me Charon, if you like. I am sorry I was not completely honest.
There's a
with
bug
you
on your head,
first.
lady.
I do not enjoy deceiving people. Believe me, I do not. But I have learned, from 5,000 years of experience, that most people find comfort in familiarity, in gradual change, and coming to see the truth in their own time.
Wait. Does that mean the world? Oh, this is the place where the world is 5,000 years old.
That you died, of course.
Oh,
You were dead when I brought you here.
wait.
My role, as the servant of the god of the underworld, has always been to assist the chosen to cross the threshold from the land of the living to the land of the dead.
How did I die?
Usually, when people do not remember how they died, it is because they suffered a terrible trauma. Most souls would rather not remember. Ask yourself honestly, do you really want to know?
You slipped on a banana peel. And then a piano crushed you. I want to
As you
know.
wish. You were murdered.
Oh.
You made a purchase in a marketplace, and the change you received was, by mistake, a single silver coin of ancient origin. You were seen inspecting it, and soon after, you were set upon by two thieves. The shopkeeper who had given you the coin saw the scuffle break out and leapt to your aid. You both fought bravely, but your assailants were armed, and you were not. There was nothing you or your ally could have done. He died instantly at the scene, and you followed a few hours later. That man's name was Al Worth.
Oh.
You were each in possession of a sacred coin, called Charon's Opal by some, and so it was my duty to bring you here.
That makes sense. So, like, what happens with those coins after you die? Do they just disappear, or do they come with me, or what? Does multiple people have them out in the world?
Perhaps you have heard the tales of the Greeks and Romans burying their dead with a coin in their mouths to pay the ferrymen. True, but not any coin would do. A long time ago, my master created 1,000 silver coins.
Ooh,
And
1,000.
had me distribute them across the world. My orders were simple. Whenever a person died in possession of a coin, I was to locate them and ferry them here.
But what, like,
That
yeah,
is
what's
a
the point of the...
question you would have to ask him, if that were still
They're
possible.
like, you need to go back
in
and
light
get
of
the good
path
ending,
you have
bozo.
chosen. I am just his servant, doing his bidding. Only now, I find myself bereft of purpose. You see,
Oh.
the coins on you and Al were the last of the 1,000 in existence. There is nobody else to ferry here. Nobody to keep you company. After 5,000 years, the underworld has finally run its course.
Well, can I go back home then? Because I left the
I see no
underworld.
point in keeping you here. But I have to ask one thing. That you
Wait, how do we come
keep
back to life
to
if we
yourself.
got killed?
Look! Here comes Al now. Al! It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an event 2,000 years ago.
Wait, I told
Supposedly,
him.
the city was destroyed when a woman murdered a tyrant with the help of, well,
Me.
my friend here. I know how crazy that sounds.
Maybe not that crazy. That woman.
She
I don't
just
suppose her name
pulls the
was
mask down immediately.
Scintilla?
How could you... What?
She left a tablet of her own. I stumbled across it while I was waiting here. I think she meant for you to read it. Here,
Oh.
take a look.
I guess once they get it.
I don't know what became of you, or if you'll ever read this, but Octavia, Lucretia, Horatius, Equitia, and I will never forget you, or what you did for us. It pains us that so many of our dear friends were not so fortunate, including Ulpius and Galerius, who heroically tried to rescue Dooley,
Oh.
but never made it back.
Yeah, that
There
makes
is no
sense.
point dwelling on what
He was
might
kinda
have
locked
been.
up.
All we can do is take this gift you've given us and try to show others the same compassion you showed us. We promise you that saving our lives was not for nothing. Scintilla et al.
I would probably change my name.
Sounds like you meant a lot to her. I'd love to hear your story, but first, you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, but like, how's
And
that gonna
you?
work?
Are you ready to go home?
Alright, let's go. Here we go. That was ending 3 of 4. Okay, so ending 2 of 4 must just be leaving without getting people to go that exit. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, well, we can get that second ending real quick. It's not gonna look minus. Oh. Ooh, 1 second, I gotta respond to somebody. God, I wish tabbing out of this game didn't make it go quiet. Friend finally responded after quite a while. How do I respond to this? Maybe I don't respond just yet. Yeah, let's get back in there. Maybe I'll respond to my phone so it doesn't cut out. Okay, she's here. We're gonna leave. Can I instantly? No, I can't instantly reset. Gotta go the long way. Forgotten City the long way. Oh, you came back like your gut, G. Okay. Okay. We will just
So you
bada bing,
survived
bada
this-
boom. The many.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
I didn't tell him to use the money, so we should have a lot of money. Jesus, hurry up, Centius. God, you're such a slowpoke. I hear the... Oh. Centius. Centius, hurry. It is.
It's almost...
It's almost as if you're trying to expand my lifespan. This motherfucker doesn't understand immortality. Okay, I would like to try and get Julie out of
Salve,
prison.
friend.
How do I
Mind
get
telling
Julie
me
out of
who
prison?
You are and what you're doing with that bow on your back?
I'm just gonna...
Oh.
Let's go get that ending real quick. Let's go get that other ending, so I don't need to worry about it, and I have them all.
All weapons are to be tossed into the chasm. Magistrate's orders.
He,
You're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
he doesn't know that in another life I beamed him in the head.
Whoa.
Just... my funeral. Let's do a floppy kill this time. I like a cut, G. Can't turn him gold after. Okay, here we go. On the road again. Just can't wait to get back on the road again. Okay, this time we should be able to skip through most of the dialogue because it's going to be the same but without the heartwarming end to it, right? Nobody sent me, we've had this conversation.
No.
If I let you, everyone else is going to die. There we go. Forget the others. Let's get out of here.
Distract him. Stay right here and keep
Seems
him
like it's
talking
gonna be
while I listen to
exactly the
your
same
ideas.
though. It's gonna be a bit of a sadder ending. Use this time to respond.
What did you do with Scintilla? Where is she?
Wait a moment, actually. There we go. You human
So
garbage.
that is how it's going. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it?
Blah 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 blah
reliving
blah
the
blah.
same day over and over again.
Yeah, let me skip this one.
Forever. And I will continue living long after your dust. Why? I have
do
found
this.
a way to prolong my life indefinitely. To cheat death. I have become, in effect, as immortal as the gods. Can you honestly say you would not wish the same for yourself?
You're going to die a painful
Do you
death.
Who?
There we go. Let her do it.
Scintilla? Where is she?
I'm right here, Father.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Come on, we have to go. Hey, what's happening to you? That light, it's so bright.
There we go. Come down here, Al. Talk to me.
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al.
Okay, speed through your chat.
I was just reading.
That was me. Blip blip bleep. Blip blip bleep. Blip bleep bleep bleep. Blip bleep bleep. Blip bleep bleep. Blip bleep 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 bleep. Oh. They didn't like me running through that. 1 second, getting him responding to a message.
I'm gonna pause here for a...
Okay, yeah, you do your thing. One more, one more response. Alright, there we go. Should be good for a minute. Hopefully we can just skip through most of Karen's dialogue.
You're back. But you're alone.
We
kind of...
Oh, I guess if I don't ask her about her name, she just
I don't know what
foregoes
became
all
of
that.
you.
Sound.
That's actually pretty good. There we go. Yep, that was ending 2 of 4. Okay, so now we need to focus on getting ending 4 in there. Bye bye, Linus. We'll see you one more time in however long it takes for me to get to the ending. Okay, continue. Julie. Julie. Have we done? I don't think we've done anything else this run. Clipped it. Sorry. Okay, let's try and hit the waterfall. There we go, that way I don't accidentally clip that little fucking edge. Like, okay, I haven't done anything this run. I also fucking, I need to, fuck, how do I redo that? I need that one guy. I need that one guy to drop out. Where's the fucking door to get out of here? Is it back? It's back over here. Okay, oh god, sorry, I'm trying to, I'm having a conversation on the side, you aren't meant to music and watch and talk. There we go, I'm trying, my friend is
So you survived
going
the
through some
system.
stuff,
Probably just a straight.
and you know, one of the remedies, I'm like, you could stream. I told her, like, you could stream doing digital art. Because she's been having some, she's been depressed. I haven't told her to come in and watch me play, but, you know. Ooh. Wait, I don't think she has a PC, though. PC? Okay.
Greetings.
Let's
and
talk to this guy. I haven't talked to this guy
salutations.
at
I'm
all.
Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary. Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers
Oh
with
yeah,
precise
I'm
stitching,
still dressed like that.
and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part of the world do you hail?
My nation doesn't exist yet? I guess that's true. Far beyond the edge of the
Then
known
you
world.
are an
We'll just leave it like
explorer,
that.
like me. Wonderful. You must have many stories to share. I cannot wait to hear them. We will have much time here to get to know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps?
Tell me your story, my good man.
My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble
I could
shop
see
in the
that.
forum.
Should I recommend them to come to my stream? Why set up a shop here? Well, no, people need clothes. How'd you get
A
here?
good question. A very good question indeed.
It's probably just gonna tell
And
me
I would
about
be
the
happy to
boat
tell
and, you know, the
if only I
coin.
could remembered it clearly myself.
Yeah, of course. Why don't you remember?
I remember I had
Why
just
don't you tell
been
me
to
what you
Rome
remember?
to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and drowning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this.
Okay.
This time, I remember people screaming.
Okay,
then
it's all
falling
just
into a
about the fall of Rome, or whatever. Not fall of Rome, but like, you know, that one time Rome lit on fire.
Indeed, in a
Yeah, you are dead. Okay,
anything
let's talk about something. Do you know a way out of here? Oh, maybe he does. Do
I
you?
must ask you to stop that at once. Have you not been told about the last attempt?
Who?
Oh, then I suppose this duty falls to me. Ah, it is a long story.
I'm not going anywhere. It's not as if I'm going anywhere.
Aha, you are witty. I like that. Of course, the first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do I escape? It is only natural after all. And scaling the chasm wall is out of the question, for it is simply too steep and too far. But as they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse. See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out.
But, for surely that... What? Got enough wood. Why hasn't anyone done that, though?
I am getting to that.
Oh.
There was an attempt made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice shake the entire city, and that, tragically, is where their tale ends.
Okay,
it seems
so we can't do that.
To really attempt escape is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place. And so I say, it is best to not even discuss it aloud.
That actually does make sense. I mean, but he carried... It only happened when he carried the ladder. What do you think about it? I think you believe it for sure.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate.
Well, but why do you say
Have
that?
you not heard the tale of the god Hades? He was the
Hades.
first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not punish Hades, the guilty one. Instead, she changed the climate of Earth so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks and the rivers dried up. Innocent people died by the tens of thousands until at last the other gods were forced to act, lest they have no worshippers left. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the case. The golden rule has merely brought it into focus.
Focus. What can you do about
to
it?
survive, I say we must each heed the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus, first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said, avoid doing what you would blame others for doing.
Sounds... Avoid doing what you would blame others for. Yeah, it is simple enough.
Doesn't it? But it is not enough for us to do this alone. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be enough. Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of many good people can be undone in the blink of an eye by a single selfish act.
Sorry, 1 second. If I know people to make it better. Hmm. Sorry, I gotta compose a longer message. There we go. I'm down in the blink of an eye. Yeah, I see it happen.
The voice of experience. I am sorry for your loss, my friend.
Well, it's the
But
loss of you, but
A
okay.
lighter note, I will say one thing for the Golden Rule. For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothing, do they not?
I mean, yeah, that is kind of weird, though, knowing that there's flesh under there. You know where I might find a Greek plaque. You are
And in a
Greek.
city full of Romans, you are asking me? Because I am Greek. Let me tell you
Yeah.
something about Greeks and Romans. My name is Georgios, yes. But the Romans, they do not care. They hear me say Georgios, and they think, ah, he must mean Georgius. Good Roman name. They do this all the time. They see us worshipping Zeus, they copy us, but call him Jupiter. They take Hades and call him Pluto, Persephone, Proserpina.
Yeah, they're all
I
the
am
same. They're
flattered
just
that
different
they
names.
copy our ideas, but why must they change the names? Do they want credit for making it all up? Do they want to forget where it came from? At first, I
Probably a
pull my
little bit
hair
of all
out.
of the above.
After a while, I give up, and I become Georgius the Roman. I
Georgius.
accept the world is Roman now. Plus, I have no hair left to pull. But my point is this. If you want to know who stole an old Greek name, look no further than the sticky-fingered Romans. The plague you seek was pilfered from a collection of old Greek relics by none other than Dooley.
Dooley.
He cannot help it.
So does
Like
he
a
have it on
typical
him?
Roman, he likes shiny things, especially those that once belonged to my people. And besides, it makes him happy. So I say, let him keep it. I believe he still has it with him, in his cell, just opposite the Temple of Demeter.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so I need to. I need to. I need to get Dooley out. Okay, who are you gonna
That,
vote
my
for?
friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus.
Of course you are.
I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way.
Anything I can do to
Nothing
change that?
comes to my mind, my friend.
Any idea who's threatening
This is
Virgil?
troubling, is it not? I'm afraid I have no idea. It is ridiculous, though. Virgil is a fine man. But my young friend Fabia confided in me that she saw someone leaving graffiti on his shop front last night. Perhaps you should ask her about it.
Okay, I will. Okay, let's go talk to. Oh
I
wait,
hope that our paths.
fuck. You're not dead, are you? You're still hiding here? Yeah, you are. Okay. Well, let's do this. You're Fabia, right?
Help!
Yes. Okay. I'll do it. Don't go in there. Just trust me. Let's get this guy to kill himself real quick.
I'm looking.
Hey, go into the fucking temple thing. Okay, he's scrubbing shit. You're a loser.
How'd you do?
What do you have to say now,
Hello
eh?
there, friend. May I say, that is a glorious bow you're carrying. Do you mind if I ask where you acquired it?
I took it from the Shrine Viana, only to discover you'd lock me inside with angry horns. I managed to escape, and after a harrowing ordeal in the palace, and traveling back in time, here I am.
Are you well, stranger? Have you been out in the sun?
Just fucking hear the guy dying in the background.
Very well.
Okay, we'll just
Another time.
leave him. We'll leave him. God, that was so loud. I'll take your arrows and your dollar. Okay, we got that guy. Where is she? You're that guy. I think she. Oh, here. Take your wood medicine, Rufius. Your rheumatism.
What business
There
is
we go.
that of yours?
Eat this.
We'll find.
There we go. Now he's not angry about his arthritis or whatever. Okay, and then you.
You took care of him?
Yep. Flattened him like a pancake.
An accident? So, it's over? Oh God, it's such a relief.
Oh yeah, I
really
forgot
thought
last
we
time
were
I
all
told her
going to
like I
die.
planned to kill him, and then that
I do
triggered
have a
the end of the
question,
poem.
though. That shrine, the one I was going to hide in, did you know it was going to collapse?
Just shut your mouth. No. If I said, I want to see if this triggers it. If I said yes, I'd be admitting to murder.
I don't understand. Oh, I see.
There you go.
I should probably keep my big mouth shut then.
Keep your big mouth
Sorry.
shut.
I promise, nobody else will ever know what you did. But I know. Really clever. Thank you. I'm glad you're here.
I'm surprised the gods aren't smart
Speaking of
enough to
which,
just
welcome. I'm Fabia.
see through that.
Sorry I was a bit frantic before. Need anything?
Does he not know that I'm looping through this? Ugh, whatever.
Oh,
Tell me
there's not
about
much
yourself.
To tell. I mostly just bake bread and...
Okay, I don't really actually need to know how they ended up here. They fucking had a coin and they fell in the river. Suspicious user. I love just watching them get banned. Okay, sorry to hear that. Do you know a way out?
You've been here a few moments and you're desperate to get out already?
Yeah, of
Why not give
course.
the place a chance before you try to leave? Good people here. Galerius works hard on the farm so I can put food on our tables. And Lucretia tries to keep us healthy. My friend Georgius is always mending our clothes. And Virgil makes sure these old walls don't fall down.
Oh, that's what he
around us.
does. He's like the
Well, he does his
architect.
best. I'm just saying, there are worse
Maybe.
places you could live out your days.
Well, when the guy in charge is in charge, he's a kind of makes it a bit of a hellscape.
Well, I can
don't
tell
belong
from
here.
your funny accent you're not from around here, but that doesn't mean you don't belong, does it?
Are you British? What accent do you even have?
Oh, I try not to worry about it. I mean, if people are nice to each other, we won't have anything to worry about, will we?
Yeah, but it's not. It's not like your optimism.
Thanks. And I like your teeth. They're so white.
What
And
the
your
fuck?
clothes.
Your teeth are actually very surprisingly
My friend
white.
Georgius would like to get a look at you. And I'm sure he'd love to chatter about the golden rule with you too. He'll be just across the forum in his shop.
I've already had a conversation with him. Ooh, any idea who's threatening Virgil?
Terrible shame, that is. Maybe this'll help. Late last night, I was cleaning my oven when I heard some noises outside. The forum's usually dead quiet at that hour, so I came out to see what was going on. To be honest, I thought maybe poor old Dooley had got out of his cell and was snooping
How
around
long has he
again.
been in there?
So I put my head out and saw someone in front of Virgil's shop. I couldn't tell who. It was too dark. I called out to them, but they just turned and ran off without a word. All I remember is they ran past a lit torch, and the light glinted off something metallic. Armor, I think. So
They
I
ran
suppose
past
it
the
could only
torch
be
and you
one of
couldn't
3 people.
see them. Okay.
Horatius, Domitius, or Rufius. I hope that helps.
Thanks, that does actually help.
All right.
I'm gonna suspect that it's... Where did he go? Where's that zesty man? What are you guys doing here, huh?
Isn't the
On your
great
best behavior,
temple
I trust.
majestic?
Should I get
Are you
acquainted
afraid?
with you? She has no memory of who I am at all. Can I ask you questions about escaping the underworld?
I beg your pardon?
Leo's right, we're in the underworld.
My. That is quite a lot to take in.
Instead of that
You'll have to
slow
give me a
transition,
moment.
it's
Let's
right
see.
to the point.
If that is indeed the case, I suppose we better figure out what to do about it.
We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I
Mm-hmm.
remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld.
Hercules, Sisyphus, blah blah
Hercules, a
blah.
demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra.
Orpheus.
And Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld.
Oh yeah, we've already.
But
We've already talked about this. I remember. I don't.
May 14th.
I mean, she knows, but we don't need to talk about that.
Rely on
We
things,
don't even need to
Horatius?
talk to her at all. I
As
don't.
always,
Yeah,
priestess.
anymore.
Any news about Centilla, Navia, or Kabash?
No sign of any
Shush.
of them, I'm afraid.
Shush.
But we do have a newcomer. Strangely dressed fella. Funny accent, too.
A traveler
I need to
from
talk to
a
you.
faraway land, then.
Seems that way.
Then let's make sure
Maybe
he
let's
feels
go talk to
welcome.
Malleolus.
Of course.
Maybe I can get him to drop out. I know you do. Wait, what is it? Oh, this is the temple. I don't want to be at the temple. I want to go find Horatio. Malleolus? Is it this way, actually? Side way in. Don't need to go this way. Through this. Oh, I have the key.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you.
asshole.
Domitius doesn't usually let anyone in.
So you're Quinticus?
My name is Marcus Malleolus Gurgis. You seem to have confused me with someone else.
You have one green eye and one blue eye, just like the description in this execution order.
You mean my heterochromia?
Yes, your
I
homophobia.
am guilty of nothing more than having different colored eyes. And I'm hardly the only person with the condition. Alexander the Great had it too, as it happens. I like to think it is simply the way the gods have chosen to mark a natural-born ruler. Nothing more.
By making you built wrong. Apparently also suffers from delusions of
Well,
grandeur.
I am not suffering from any delusions, as today's election will firmly establish.
Can't prove it's you, but I will.
Unlikely, because it simply isn't true. Now,
Oh, fuck.
trust you
I have to prove that it's him to get him to drop out. How do I do that? Do you have anything around that I can just take? How would I prove that? Oh yeah, wait, who's crying in here? I haven't met you. I didn't even know you existed.
I'm not supposed to be in here.
Claudia. Can we talk?
What business could you possibly have with me?
Probably have to do a couple loops to get this person talked. Why are you locked in
My
here?
marital affairs are no concern of yours.
He locked you in
very
here?
much.
How would you like some help getting back at him?
An intriguing proposition. Go on.
Ooh. I don't think he is who he says he is.
Perhaps you're not as silly as those clothes make you look.
Okay, so she does
What
know
makes
too.
you say that?
Just a hunch. I was hoping we could figure out his true identity together.
You know, I may have the very thing you're looking for. Some time ago, when he still cared for me, he wrote me a love letter. Only, he used the wrong name.
How do you do
now,
that?
Addressing one's
How
wife
do you manage
by
to
the
do
wrong
that?
name is not unheard of among philandering Romans. But in this case, the name he got wrong was his own. I confronted him about it, and he stammered through some incoherent response. I let it go, eventually, and yet questions have lingered in the back of my mind ever since. But
Can I have that letter?
wait a minute. Why exactly are you helping me?
Because I'm trying to get him to withdraw.
To withdraw? Listen, I may not be Penelope to his Ulysses, but to ruin his plans to become a magistrate? You must think me quite mad.
Oh, it's annoying
I've
dealing
heard
with
enough.
people when they don't
Get
know
out
the
of
whole
here at
situation. Oh, you fucker. Okay, well. Ooh.
Prometheus, protect me!
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Okay. So we don't want to shit talk her husband even though she wants to get back at her husband? I don't know. These people and their priorities are not set straight. Hey, Galerius. See you in a minute. How much money do I have, by the way? 15,000? Yeah, I think that's good for a while. Hey, Sentius, fuck you. Piece of garbage. Do we have him? No. I mean, I can have him do a couple things.
So?
I need you to take care of some things. Oh, give him Rufius. Give him this rheumatism shit. Stop her from entering the shrine. You know what? Do the whole thing. You deal with all of it. I have so much money. Honestly, might be enough to get him elected. Hey, you. You're evil.
Oh, you're here. You're not like it.
I don't care. How about we let her hit on me? Let's see what that does.
Ugh, coming on a bit strong.
You came onto me. Okay. Get rejected by her. Okay, well, whatever. I'm looking for a Gabosh.
Not for a few weeks
Who's
now.
Gabosh?
Last time I saw him, he was sitting at a table with Georgius.
You,
whispering
Sisyphus,
about
attack
some
or pursue
job.
the stone.
I remember
and
because they
always
kept
return.
looking over their shoulders.
Bitch, get out.
as if
What are
they
you
didn't
doing?
want
Get
anyone else to know. So, naturally...
Smelly homeless woman walks by.
The one word I kept hearing was vanishing. And then, the next day, Kabash just disappeared.
Okay.
Coincidence? I think not.
What's your story? Fuck it, I don't give a shit. Oh, she doesn't even let me tell it. Nothing's gonna happen to me. It's okay. I didn't want it to happen. You're evil.
You know, normally, I'd expect you to buy me a drink before asking if I want to get out of here. I
Escape
guess
from the
that
city.
went right over your head. Never mind.
Bitch, you just
As a
said you're not
matter of
interested.
fact, I do know a way out. I'm happy to tell you all about it, but... So...
And she's gonna ask for $1,000. Isn't it kind of unethical to keep all these people trapped? If you ever use way out, why haven't you used it
Simple.
yourself?
It's a one-way trip, and I'm not ready to go just yet. I like my life here.
Tell me more about what I'm
I
buying.
can't tell you too much, or you'd figure it out for yourself. But I promise you.
Not interested. I know it's a scam.
It's hardly my fault if people misunderstand the terms of a deal. I mean, it does say, let the buyer beware, right outside my tavern.
Well, we're not outside your tavern and we haven't met before, so this is...
Certainly. But have you met Livia? She used to do my hair until one day she... Now...
Okay, this is just like
Whatever
hints.
you
I don't
like.
need hints. You're... Get out of my
Alright.
face. You're evil. What about you? Can I talk to you more than...
lifts his dribble head and lets out his threefold braying.
Oh my god, I have to wait for
Livia,
them to fucking do their
would you
conversation.
Stop muttering like Madeira
Okay,
over
you know
a
what? I'm gonna
cauldron.
walk
You scare
away.
away my customers.
I'm gonna let them yammer on. So who fucking wants to deal with them? Not me, for sure. Ooh, actually, wait, what's that way? I know, like, there's, the goose eggs, right? I could... Yeah. Wonder if I can... What I can do with those. I can sell them to that one guy, presumably. Is this gold? It is, yes. What does this give me? These people being indentured slaves to Malleolus. It's like, there's... I found like 2/3 of your bale right in that pond. It's crazy that they don't just,
What?
you know,
How? Galerius arranged it somehow.
I don't know, figure out like how to find their fucking money.
What a relief.
Yeah, let's see what happens when this guy takes the eggs.
Whatever's in that great hello there.
You don't wanna... I have eggs.
You mean... Oh.
I wanted to hear a little bit. Okay, whatever. You sound like you got what you deserved. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. He doesn't want the eggs. Okay, well... I need... I can't get the key from the guy who has it, because if I kill him, world ends. You know what?
The many shall
You don't have a key on you.
for the sins of the one.
Why would you not have a key? God, I really thought that dude would have a key on him. Okay, fine, we'll go back. I need to find Rufius early on. Okay, he's performed the ritual. Okay. I'll have you do the same things.
Salva.
Do all this shit. There we go. Where is that homeless lady? There you are. I need to talk to you before you reach that crazy... Not the crazy latest shopkeep.
But it does not.
I figured it out. I know where we are.
Say it.
The underworld?
Then it is true. I was right.
Yeah.
I thought...
Yeah, you were, for sure.
I thought I saw it, but when the rest of them could not, I kept thinking I must have gone insane. I had to tell myself it was true over and over again, until I wasn't sure if I was deceiving myself. I must apologize if my words seem cryptic. I'd found comfort in reciting the metamorphoses by our great
Why are you
poet
not
Ovid.
insane anymore
It
just
is
because I
such
said no?
an
They are in the
uncanny
underworld.
description of this place. I cannot help but wonder if...
I just realized it has to be somewhere.
I understand. Such things are not... And now we share a secret. It's as if you've...
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna look at my quest goals. Let's see what we can do. Find the 4th plaque. Different plaque, that plaque, that plaque. Figure out how to get him elected. Oh, that lady. I totally forgot. Malleolus' wife. I have to talk to her and not tell her about him dropping out of the race, because if I tell her that, she's like, no, you fucker. I do not want that. Hey, lady.
You're not supposed.
Can we talk? Help for getting back at him. I don't think he is who he says he is. Just a hunch.
Now I can.
Why am I helping you? I just hate to see such a beautiful woman treated so poorly.
Oh, aren't you charming?
It doesn't really take that much.
My husband would seethe with impotent rage if he overheard you say that. I love it. It seems our interests are aligned. I imagine knowing his true identity will give me the leverage I need to manage him appropriately. But first, I need you to do something for me.
Oh, okay, what do you want?
I want you to bring me some wine. Just one small...
Oh, I have some.
Look at me like that. I know this must be hard for you to wrap your sweet little pleb head around. So what do you need me...
What? I have wine. Okay, why do you want wine?
Let me tell you something about Malleolus. He talks a lot about freedom, but what he doesn't tell you is that he means freedom for men. After all,
Yeah,
I've
that's
done for
quite
him,
obvious.
counseling him through his entire election campaign, and he had the audacity to lock me in here. He said it was for my own good, and that my drinking was unbecoming of a lady, let alone the wife of a magistrate. Tonight, at his victory party, I'm going to get good and merry, and if he tries to discipline me again, I'll threaten to expose his true identity in front of everyone.
Is there somebody in the room with us?
I am so looking forward to it.
What was that? That's all the questions I had. I have some wine right here. There you go. Take it. Drink.
Thank you. Here's the letter.
Perfect. There we go. That's the proof I need. Quintus.
Now,
Perfect.
perhaps you can tell me who Quinctius really is.
According to this bounty letter from Emperor Nero, he's the person who started the fires in Rome.
He's... That's... quite a lot more serious than I imagined.
You just stepped in a
I
whole
only
pile of
wanted
shit.
some leverage over him, not to destroy him. Give me that immediately. Nobody else must know.
No takesies backsies.
What? No. You tricked me, you mendacious little stirkers.
I didn't lie
It
to
was
you.
a lie of a mission. You were planning this all along and you deliberately concealed it. May Jupiter cut you down.
I'll be going now.
I curse you. I curse your life and mind and memory. May you be unable to walk or eat or drink. May this is outrageous.
You know, none of that really matters, so I'm just gonna go destroy your husband. His whole career. Maybe you shouldn't gotten swooed by my sweet words.
Demetrius doesn't usually let...
You're Quintus? Eyes, yes. He also suffers from that.
Unlike...
I can prove it.
I try...
Okay, wait, I'm gonna quick save. Why can't I show him the letter? I want you to withdraw.
Are you insane? You barge into my villa? Why?
Because I know you're Quintus. Your wife gave me your love letter, and Nero wants you dead.
So... It finally caught up with me.
Yep. Step down, you loser.
That makes you... What? One of Nero's assassins?
The Emperor sends his regards. No.
So...
Fortunately for you.
You're not going to kill me?
I want you to drop out. Not if you withdraw from the election immediately and release everyone in debt bondage.
Oh, so much work and money. Oh, well, if I do it, you'd let me live?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Fine. Ruling this cesspit of a city would have been beneath me anyway. I'll have Demetrius notify the priestess of my withdrawal and release those two from debt bondage. There.
Perfect.
Got what you wanted. Now, please, leave my villa and never speak to me again.
So we can get them out of debt bondage for free now. That's good. Where's Rufius? The fuck is Rufius? Is he up here? Sometimes he's up here. Oh, there you go.
Citizen.
Hey.
Name's Rufius.
Are you threatening him?
No idea what you're talking about.
I know, skew.
Yeah? Prove it.
Yeah, I can't. How do I...
See you around.
Let me go talk to her real quick. Oh. Okay, you're not gonna say anything about it. Do you have anything to, like... Anything to prove that it was one of them?
Ah, I hear we...
Yeah, we already know about you. How do I get... You probably don't want to hear about... Correct.
Nice.
Okay, we can't...
Ah, a fellow traveler from a faraway land.
Can't confront...
Nightfall, Sentius will be re-elected magistrate by default.
Okay, where the fuck is Galerius? Where's Galerius? That him right there? No, that's the guy that he freed from debt bondage. Hey, I nominate Galerius.
Well,
I'd like to nominate Galerius.
what a good idea. He is a virtuous and decent man after all. I happen to agree he'd make a wonderful magistrate.
Hell yeah.
Certainly. See you
Okay, let's try and start
Salve.
convincing people. Hey, you can't vote.
Citizen.
Who are you gonna vote for?
Various.
Hell yeah. Okay, that's one. You can't vote because you're a woman, sadly.
Ah, a fellow traveler. Greetings.
I know. You want to know where I'm from, but I really want to ask you some
My
questions.
friend, your words intrigue me more and more.
You shut
Well, ask me what you...
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I don't care. I'm looking for Kabash. I heard you, and you were one of the last people to see him.
Ah, I knew this day would come. I do not wish to lie to you, my friend, but even discussing this matter is dangerous. Please, let us leave the live coals safely beneath the ash.
Beneath the ass? You can trust me. We foreigners gotta stick
Very
together.
well, but the magistrate
I'm so
will not
foreign.
look kindly upon this, so please keep it to yourself.
Yeah, that's
For
fine.
several months now, I have been sneaking out at night to worship the gods of my ancestors in the temple of Demeter.
Demeter.
Each day, I leave offerings of food in the hope that
Demeter,
we may have
the
a
scale.
bountiful harvest. And yet the next day, when I return,
The measuring
food
cup.
is missing.
How strange.
So I ask, who or what is devouring the food in this temple? Stranger still. Once I sat in front of my shop like the 100-eyed Argus until dawn to see if I could spot a thief going in. But do you know what I saw?
Nothing.
Nothing. Nobody entered. And yet when I went to take a look, my offering was gone. When I told my friend Kabash of this at the tavern, he offered to help investigate. He went in, and to my dismay, he was never seen again.
Okay. So there is that. I think that's the temple with the hole in it that I ignored for now. You're voting for Galerius. Please tell me you're voting for Galerius.
Well, Cynthia seems to know what he's doing.
Anything I do to change that?
My vote isn't for... Nice to...
Are you fucking stupid? Okay, you're voting for... Who are you voting for? Galerius or Centius?
Hello there, friend.
Who are you gonna vote?
Centius, I suppose.
Like, you vote for Galerius?
And what's he gonna do?
Would a gift change your mind?
For
Fine. Here's 3.
doing business. Very well.
Okay, I've paid that man off. I've bribed him. Just fuck, I need Dooley. I need to get Dooley. I wanna say we're good. Obviously the guy he paid is debt for is gonna vote for Galerius. What about you? Is this guy gonna vote for Galerius?
What now?
Are you the one
Do I
threatening?
seem like anonymous threats are my style?
Not really. Fair enough.
Do I...
Big bluff.
You don't know...
Okay. Who are you gonna vote for, Galerius?
I'm not going.
Okay, you're abstaining.
Whatever.
I mean, I guess that's better than nothing. Are you threatening him?
What is it, City? What? Absolutely not. I know someone's been threatening him, and I'm not happy about it. But I can assure you, it isn't me.
Okay, well, I knew it was you.
You know nothing.
Okay, that seems
All
pretty fair. I guess only one guy said prove it. How can I prove it's him? Where does he live? Where does Rufius live? Where did most people live here?
No, I don't. I'll tell you this much.
But I hate the fact that my survival depends on the common sense of other people. I know the feeling. Oh, I lived through a pandemic.
Talking about. I mean, all these people just bumble along like nothing's wrong. Well, we're one bad decision away from being wiped out. Like the last lot of people who lived here. Seems like I'm the only one ready for what's coming. Whatever that is. And when it hits, it's everyone for themselves. You've been warned.
What do you think is coming?
I don't know. But did you ever get the
Yeah, the statues are watching. I think you're right. That doesn't help. That is... that is true. Yeah, I know the priestess. Just chill. Okay. Oh, wait. The houses are over here by the bar, aren't they? That would make much sense. Hey, you're...
to believe a word.
Shalom. What's your
You mean
story?
that
Something about a coin, something about river.
a lot.
What
Well,
kind of god sees a young woman abducted? Does nothing about it. Good
Thanks.
question. Who are you gonna vote for?
Centius, I suppose. I'd have to be insane to vote
Galerius fucking...
Galerius, the farmer.
He paid for your fucking
He's
debts.
a good man, but I think he's more valuable.
Are you fucking stupid? He paid for your
Alright, friend.
freedom. Okay, well, whatever. So do we just not pay for his freedom? We just let him rot? As a slave to him? Like, that's crazy. Note from Gabosh. I need Rufius. Where's Rufius? Rufius, where are you? This is Rufius' room. I see. So we know he has a note in his house. I guess we can just go tell him about that and it'll buckle. He will buckle. It will buckle. You're so fucking stupid. Hey, I found your note. Stop threatening.
No, I
noticed you found an incomplete letter to him in your quarters.
Look, I haven't been at my best lately. I know that.
Jeez, your eyebrows are fucking huge.
It starts with constant pain in all your joints. Then the pain starts to mess with your head. Makes you angry, mean,
and homophobic.
I know that's not an excuse for how I acted. But it's the truth. But with the willow bark, I'm already starting to feel like myself again. I'll leave him alone from now on. It's not as if I was ever going to hurt him anyway. I was just lashing out. I'm going to go and clean up.
Alright, no problem. Okay, now we can tell him, hey, I solved your problem. Vote for Galerius.
Welcome back.
Don't worry about your threats. It was just Rufius, and he's never gonna hurt you.
What demon or spirit told you about that?
I found an incomplete
You went
note.
snooping in his place? That was risky. We're lucky you didn't cross any lines. Have you spoken to him about it?
Oh yeah, he's never gonna be bothering
Really?
anymore.
How did you manage that?
I treated him, but also threatened him.
Poor fellow. I've heard that can really mess with a person's head. Well done for figuring that out.
Mm-hmm. Happy to help.
Really? I'll keep an eye out.
Sorry. Okay.
Nice to talk.
Oh, actually, wait. You vote for somebody else now, please. Please, for the love of God, please.
Well,
Anything I can do to change
my
it?
vote isn't for sale.
Oh, fuck you.
Nice to.
Okay.
Citizen.
Greetings and salutations.
Oh, he leaves and then he takes his place. I see. Okay. Well, is there anybody else I need to talk to?
Isn't the great temple majestic?
Let's hold the vote right now.
What?
Start it right now.
As I said, I'm planning to hold it before dusk. But I suppose I could hold it sooner, if there's a good reason.
Oh, good reason, Jesus. Holding it early may prevent conflicts between voters.
Yes, I have overheard some rather unpleasant arguments. Very well, I'll get things started.
I wouldn't
right
say that's a
away.
very valid
Citizens,
argument,
it
but
is
she
time.
believes so.
Let us meet to elect our magistrate.
Okay. Fuck. I really need Galerius to win so I can get the what is it? The slab from Dooley? It's up to you. Just sing ring boom boom boom. It's up to you. It's up to you. Boom. Fuck you, you stupid. You're so fucking stupid. This man paid for my freedom. But I don't really want to vote for him. You got this. Let me look at how the turnout, count the votes. So we got 1, 2, 3 for him. I think we're good. Let me just, I want to see what the achievements are, if there's an achievement for getting everybody to vote for him. Let's see, vote. Reach die from that. Toppleton. Something about a gun. Okay, there's nothing for getting everybody to vote, but it looks like, I think... Oh shit, I think it's a tie. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Fuck. How does that work then?
Citizens, we have a quorum.
I know what I'm doing if it doesn't work out.
To elect the city's magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and late nominee Gallus Galerius Helver. Marcus Malleolus Gurges withdrew his candidacy earlier today. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius.
Galerius. He saved the life of my dear friend Fabia.
Yeah, we know.
Galerius.
Virgil.
Sentius.
Ulpius.
Galerius, the man who saved my
Oh,
life.
wait, what?
Rufius.
The man who treated my rheumatism.
Okay, never mind. He changed his vote? What the fuck?
You have made your decision. Your new
Okay.
magistrate is Gallus Galerius Helver.
Haha, stupid.
It has been decided.
You're stupid, you're evil.
Magistrate Galerius, would you like to make a brief address?
I just
Go
want
free,
to say,
Dooley.
this isn't something I ever wanted. Now that you've put your trust in me, I'm going to do everything I can not to let you down. I'll need some time to put together a list of the changes I want to make around here. But I promise you,
He's just
there
standing
will
like, this
be
doesn't matter.
changes. My first order is that Dooley is to be freed. Horatius, release him from his cell immediately. Please. Wait, do I need to say please? I suppose not.
Mm.
That's it. You can
Okay,
all
well,
get on with your day.
Wait, what's up this way? I haven't been this way. Oh. Well, maybe I have, actually. Okay, let's go release little Dooley.
Sometimes I stare at the great temple on the bluff, and I think,
What does that note say?
whatever is in there, it has to be
Come on.
important.
Come on. Come on. Is that a Skyrim barrel?
Fortune smiles on you today, Julius. Magistrate Galerius.
Julius.
Here has ordered your
Wow.
release.
You're going to let me out of here?
I'm sorry it took so long, my friend. And it wouldn't have happened at all if it wasn't for a newcomer. So be sure to offer your thanks when you can.
I will. I will. Thank you, Galerius. I'm so happy.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Why don't you go to the baths? Then tell Georgius I said you could have some new clothes. Then I want you to go home.
Here we go,
and
an
rest.
achievement.
I'll speak with you soon, Dooley.
Get out of here. Oh, there's the plaque. Right behind him.
Hello? I'm Dooley.
Yeah, I know, we've talked before.
Magistrate Galerius said I should thank the newcomer.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh.
You're welcome.
You can have my shiny plaque if you want. And
I
maybe
do,
you
I
can
really
help
want
me
that.
Find my treasure.
Like, where?
My friend Hannibal used to look after me, and he said he always would. But
Okay, yeah, he
before that,
died.
He told me if anything ever happened,
What was it?
he gave me a key to the cisterns.
Ooh,
told me to
that's
keep
not,
it safe.
who really cares about that?
He said there's something very precious way up high.
Alright.
Thank you.
Okay. I mean,
Hope you find
it
it.
doesn't really matter if I have that.
In the cisterns. Oh, look over there. Something shiny. Is it treasure? Maybe it is treasure.
Can't get this plaque. Greek Hades, Lord of Many. That's good. Ew.
And it's just lying out here in the open. Maybe nobody wants it.
What are you?
Maybe no one will mind if I
Dooley. If he never grabs it, he never triggers the wrath of the god. Oh, he for
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
I have 2 of those now. Great. Oh, he got all my money back. Hell yeah. I'll take that. I mean, I might as well go around taking everything since it doesn't matter. Well, you gotta kill people before they turn to stone. Not stone, but gold. Is that somebody up there? Key to secret shrine. What? Secret? What's a secret shrine? Secret shrine? Sure, what's that? I don't know anything about that. Okay, everybody else seems like they've turned. Malleolus just like chilling in here, maybe? No, he got got. What about the lady? Oh, she probably actually got too, now that I think about it. Oh, you're still here. Take my bottle of wine back. Steal 2,000 coins after the golden rule is broken. Hell yeah. I mean, what else am I supposed to be doing at this time besides stealing? Is there anybody up here? There's Scintilla, or whatever the hell her name is. I might as well just go around stealing, you know. All I have to do is get back to the portal. Trigger the golden rule by stealing 5 times. Another achievement. I don't think I can jump that. Holy shit, I forgot about fall damage. Almost just ended my run there. Ow. My asshole. Oh, you guys got really early. Fuck you. Am I? I guess, in a sort of sense, I am decently close. I just need 2 more plaques.
Salve.
You know what? Might as well. Okay. So help her with this. He's been threatening her. He'll treat us
Rufus too, I guess.
rheumatism.
Alright, got it.
Stop her from entering there. Tell him, you know, his real name is Quintus, thanks to Claudia, and that Nero sends his regards. And tell him to withdraw from the election and release his debt bonds.
Are you... You're serious, aren't you?
That's it.
I'll go.
Okay, I think that's everybody kind of dealt with there.
You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue the stone.
Shush.
Always
Just shush. Shush. Shush, lady. Julie.
Troublemaker coming into the city.
I know, and I'll take care of him. Just go and hide, but not in the empty shrine.
Wait, how did you know I was headed in there?
No time to explain.
Okay, let's do this. Let's do this while everybody else is dealing with whatever. So, wait, what do we have? Yeah, we just need an Egyptian plaque and a mystery plaque. Was Kibosh Egyptian? Maybe. I guess we'll see when we meet him. Or maybe this isn't Kibosh. But maybe it is. Someone's definitely living down here. Discover what lies beneath the city.
Come and join me by the fire. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome. May I ask your name?
Jesus, your eyes are crazy.
It's
Corvax.
a sincere pleasure to meet you. Tell me, what brings you all the way down here?
I'm looking for a plaque that was removed from the obelisk.
Ah, yes. That cursed thing. I know exactly where it is. I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I have been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to but myself. The one thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with somebody astute. I'm hoping
Okay.
that person is you.
I mean,
Let us
I can
find
try.
out with this simple question. Have you deduced the name of the god responsible for the golden rule?
Pluto or like
Excellent.
Hades or whatever.
I see you are indeed quite astute. Very few come to that realization before their time in the sun is over. Now, will you join me in a friendly Socratic dialogue?
I don't know what that word means, but easy enough.
Then let me begin with a question. Would you say you know the difference between right and wrong?
What's like the deep way of saying or answering this without just getting stun locked in? But what about this? Yes.
And to what extent? In every situation?
In most situations.
So, you're not entirely confident. That is quite sensible. Indeed, I'm reminded of something Socrates once said. To paraphrase, better to know that you know nothing than to know nothing and think that you know.
That is,
it is because
fair
knowledgeable
assessment,
people
yes.
have learned enough to know they know very little in the broader scheme of things.
Yes.
You see, out there
Yes.
in the world, being uncertain about right and wrong was acceptable because our mistakes rarely had consequences. So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye.
I feel
to
like that still
rationalize,
happens here,
and
though.
yet still find a way to think of ourselves as good people. But under the golden rule, morality matters. The slightest wrongdoing could result in a mass execution. So to navigate this maze, we would have to be certain about the difference between right and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree?
But whose
That is
version?
an excellent question, and it leads directly to my next line of inquiry. So let me ask you this. Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct, which you could follow in every situation and always do the right thing?
But like, what's a system of morality? Like, there's multiple different systems of
How
morality.
can that be? Since they all have differences, it follows that in some cases they would offer different conclusions about what is right and wrong. If there is a correct moral code, then wouldn't it follow that only one can be the correct one?
The correct moral code depends on the laws and customs of whatever society you're in. No, I don't think I agree with that. There's a correct one, then wouldn't it follow that there can only be one? Maybe there's no correct
Are you
morality.
sure? Or is it possible that humans simply haven't figured out the right system yet?
I think there's just no correct.
So is it up to each of us to decide what right and wrong mean to us individually? Or must we simply follow the laws and customs of whichever community we're in?
On one hand, yeah, people should be able to decide for themselves, but then also some people decide very poorly. And then you also don't want to just follow the laws, because like, what if it's a bad law? I'm not talking about real life. All the time. Sometimes, you know. Just fucking
So
divide
if a
for
man
ourselves.
feels that stoning to death his unfaithful
Yeah, I
wife
could see
is
this coming.
right, then is it right?
No, that's
I
absurd.
agree. But why? Didn't you just say right and wrong depends on the individual?
If he feels it's right to kill his wife, then he's confused or sick. Yeah.
I see. So you get to decide right from wrong.
Yeah, he's
People who see
trapping me.
things
I've been
differently
trapped.
Are not allowed. What makes you special?
Empathy is the cornerstone of human morality. That's
Empathy, the emotion? Let me ask you this. Imagine you were forced to choose between the death of your beloved spouse and the death of two innocent strangers. Knowing there will be no legal consequences, who would you mark for death?
good. Two
Of
strangers.
course, everyone would.
Mm-hmm.
Our empathy, like a siren song calling us away from our true path, would lure us.
Are you saying our true path
Can such a beguiling
is to
thing
kill our
be a
wife?
reliable cornerstone for anything, let alone the perfect moral code?
What? Why can't I say, yeah, it's fine? I want to change my
Good.
answer.
Never discourage anyone who continually makes progress, no matter how slow. Would you say you know the difference between right and wrong?
I'm not sure it's a complex
You
question.
are an overthinker too. You're the same then.
Yes, I am.
Probably why I became a philosopher. But if you struggle with right and wrong normally, then down here with the golden rule, surely your struggle can only have become more difficult.
Yes or yes?
Well, that's reassuring.
Yes.
And the truth is, you're not alone. You see, out there in the world, being uncertain about right and wrong was acceptable, because our mistakes rarely had consequences.
Mhm.
So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye. But under the gold...
So to navigate this maze, we would have to be certain about the difference between right and wrong. Of course.
So let me ask you this. Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct?
No.
Are you sure? Or is it possible that humans simply haven't figured out the right
Well, no, he's looping me back into this, but I don't think there isn't.
Is it up to each of us to decide?
I feel like he's funneling me down a correct path.
Good.
Okay.
And
most situations.
But
Whose version? Yes.
Let me guess.
Maybe not. I want to change my answer. It's a complication. I overthink. It is. Whose version? I don't think there is one. I suppose we haven't figured it
After
out.
hundreds of years, and as many great thinkers dedicating their lives to these questions, what hope do we have if our best and brightest haven't been able to answer?
What's your point?
My point is this.
What is your point? I haven't done talking to you.
Anyone alive truly knows any hard and fast rules about right and wrong.
What about do not kill?
Surely you would agree there are circumstances where an exception may be made. Such for
Yes,
any
there
rule
are. Okay, I feel like this guy's getting like semantic and whatnot. Because
if there is one thing, and so in mathematics we would call it, because this and
I'm done talking to you. The answer is just apply a fluid morality to all situations. I feel like it's just that simple.
I admit, I am talking a lot. In any case, thank you for...
Yeah, just get out of my face. Okay, what is your
mean,
story?
How did I end up living alone in this cave with nothing but these relics of the past for company? It's a long story.
I'll skip through most of it.
Man. At 19, I left Corinth for Rome to study rhetoric at one of... Back then, I used to enjoy... I woke up on the banks of the Styx at a campfire opposite Karen. Of course, I tried to persuade her to let me return, but even with all my skill, I failed. I settled in, made friends, and learned what I could, quickly realizing our little community faced certain death under the Golden Rule. So I began looking for a place to hide underground. Fortunately, I found this place waiting for me. You see, I was not the first to take refuge here. I returned to my friends above, persuaded them to join me, and 12 of us descended for the last time to live out our days hidden from Hades' tyranny.
12 of you down there? Hades, you mean
They're
Pluto?
one and the same. The Romans call him Pluto, but long before that, my people called him Hades.
That is a better name anyways. Why can't you return to the
My generation
surface?
was wiped out, turned to gold, many years ago. My friends and I were able to avoid the same fate by hiding down here.
Oh,
I
are you
think
the
it's
last one
safest
then?
to assume that if I was to return, Hades would realize that his furies hadn't finished the job, and he'd send them after me again.
Why can't you
I
tell me your
fear
name?
that if you were to utter my name in the city, even by mistake, that Hades would hear you and know I am still alive.
Okay, well, where is everyone
I'm
else?
afraid I am the only one left. There were 12 of us in the beginning, but one by one, my friends passed away.
Yeah.
Some from malnutrition,
You've just been chilling.
others from madness and despair. It has been lonely. Before my unexpected visit from Kabash some weeks ago, I'd not seen another person.
Wait, how did you guys survive down here then? You didn't have access to food. Yeah, how do you survive
Living
down
in
here?
darkness is not without its its challenges. The first challenge is diet.
I see.
Fortunately, I found that eating fresh fish provides most of the nutrients I need. And sometimes, when there are Greek people living up above, I surface at night and salvage the offerings they've left in the temple of Demeter.
It's a good thing
The
they don't
greater
actually
challenge
look
is
around
the
the.
isolation. So I like to imagine arguments, where I argue both sides. But
God, that sounds like hell.
arguments are better. As you wish.
Okay. Do you know what we have here?
If I did, would I be living like this?
What do you think
Did
about
we
the
not
rules?
discuss it at length already? Oh, I see. You're toying with me.
Did what? Oh. But that was a genuine question. Do you know where I could find the plaque that was removed?
Plaque bearing the Egyptian inscription.
Yeah, that one.
It is a cursed object, and I would be happy to give it to you if Kabash had not already taken it.
Where the fuck is he?
But you may find him hostile. To prepare for your encounter, there are
Why is he
certain
hostile?
things
What?
you must know. Very few know this, but before the Romans came to this city, it was once entirely Greek. The architecture, the temples, and the people. When the Romans came, in typical fashion, they claimed it as their own, built over everything that could be built over, and renamed the things that could not. Thus, the Shrine of Persephone became the Shrine of Proserpina. And when they found an obelisk bearing the name Hades, they tore it off and replaced it with Pluto instead. And the city's dwindling Greek residents, witnessing this compulsive Roman conquest, decided to preserve
Wait, but the
what they
fucking
could of their heritage.
the obelisk
They
has
gathered their
4
arts
plates
and
in it, so it
valuables,
had.
secreted them away through the temple of Demeter, and hid them here, out of reach of the Romans.
What? It doesn't make any sense. I'm not gonna go down that path. What does this have to do with the
I'm
Kabash?
getting to that. You see, it was among these old Greek relics that I found the thing you see. An even older plaque bearing an Egyptian inscription.
So does that pillar just change size? How many generations go through? What did it
I
say?
had no idea until years later, when the first of my friends began to die. As a result of their deaths, we began to dig catacombs branching off from this cavern to lay them to rest. We extended the tunnel so far that we accidentally discovered another, an even older tunnel, which somebody had gone to great lengths to keep hidden. Suddenly it made sense why there was an out-of-place Egyptian plaque among our people's possessions. You see, we proud Greeks had thought the Romans beasts for stealing and corrupting our heritage. But it turns out this game has been going on much longer than any of us imagined. I think it is best you head through the catacombs and follow Kabash's trail.
Okay. What's in
There are
there?
certain things you must take this.
Okay, just give me the key. I'm gonna go there.
I enjoy.
Give me a present as a secret. We'll see. We'll see about that. Okay, well. Get blinded. Get blinded. Blinded. Who's this plaque?
You carry the gift of Prometheus in your hand. Remarkable.
Okay, whatever. This way. How'd you guys make this doorway? Am I gonna encounter zombies? Hello? Probably not, right? I mean, why would there be zombies down here? Oh, you guys are doing your fucking creepy staring. Is that Mancala? No. Slightly different game. But honestly, I want to fight stuff because I can get some achievements. Okay, here we go. Oh god, yep, there's some zombies. Oh, they are actually just zombies. One hobbling. Actually, a couple. Oh, that fucking scared the shit out of me, actually. Okay, I need to... kick him in the fucking other guy. Oh, that fucking... I started to freeze up there. That looks like a zombie. Not a zombie. God damn. Okay. Hey, buddy, come over here. I'll knock you over like a bowling pin. They don't even react that much to it. They're just like, oh. Immediate ragdoll. Looks like he was running. Yeah, I wonder what from. Was this Age's, like, version of things that come and kill them when they break a rule, just mummies? Would make sense. Okay, you guys are not evil. Oh. Yo.
Stop. Do not come any closer. Who are you?
Who are you? I'm Corvax.
I am Kabash.
Hi, Kabash.
And let me guess. Another Greco-Roman come to loot and plunder the resting place of my ancestors, hmm?
I don't think I have any Greek or Roman in me. Do I look Greek or Roman?
Trousers, boots, curious hair. No, I suppose you do not. Then what do you want?
I'm just looking for an Egyptian black.
To what end?
I want to return it to the obelisk.
That is welcome news. You really are not Greek or Roman.
Yeah, you want to return that, right?
I was planning to return it myself, but for now, I must remain. Here, take it and restore the honor of Osiris.
Oh, that was easy to, to get him to give me it. Sweet. Thanks.
Now, as for the other plaque.
Oh, what do you know about it?
Indeed, I have it right here.
Oh, two for one deal.
I stumbled across a collection of dusty curiosities while searching for a place to hide from the hungry children of Amit. And there it was.
May I have it?
You may not. In fact, I am about to destroy it.
But why?
Because
Why would you do that?
It speaks a treacherous, blasphemous lie.
How so?
I will tell you. But first, do you know what this place is?
The Egyptian underworld.
It has a name, and that is the Duat.
Duat.
See what has become of it.
Duat?
I have been down here for weeks, piecing together its story, and here is what I have learned. As Egypt declined and the Greeks had their turn to flourish, their souls came here in great numbers, but instead of adopting our ways, they copied and corrupted them. When they found the obelisk bearing the name Osiris, the true god of the underworld, they desecrated it, removing his name.
Where did I even find that?
With Hades.
Found it in a cage.
Even the ferryman of the dead, known to my people long before as Kerti, they renamed to Keron. As if that desecration was not enough, they built over this place, using it as the foundation for their own underworld, so that ours was forgotten. My only solace is that the Greeks then suffered the same fate when the Romans rose to power, renaming Hades to Pluto, and the cycle
Definitely a
began
downgrade. So what's the problem with this plaque? Which one is it?
Inscribed with a script I do not recognize, but it is ancient, almost as if it is older than the plaque bearing Osiris's name. But if that is so,
then the Egyptians copied.
The gods of Egypt are mere imitations too, copied and corrupted from an ancient people who prospered even
I mean,
before
isn't
us.
what's that saying?
And that my people did to them what the Greeks and Romans did to us.
Bad artists copy,
but this
great
I
artists
cannot accept.
steal.
I sense a deception. Perhaps it is the work of Set, the usurper, seeking to undermine Osiris once more.
What does it say?
You will never know. This work of sacrilege must be destroyed, thrown into the black abyss below in Osiris's name.
Please don't.
You are too late.
No, I'm not. You literally have it in your hand. Ow. Now I'm not going after it.
You would plunge into the depths of the Duat with no way back up. Madness.
We'll see. First, I have some questions for you.
If it will help you to see reason, then ask.
What is your story?
I am from Rakotis, which you may know as Alexandria,
Oh,
the name of the city the Greeks built over it.
Oh, is this the place that burned?
Since the Romans had taken over from the Greeks when the fires broke out last year.
Oh, it's the fires of
gathered terrified locals
Alexandria.
into my boat and led many of them to safety farther along the Tiber. On my 7th trip, a passenger demanded I wait for his brother. But we were full to almost sinking, and smoke was all around us. I told him his brother would have to save himself, and he tried to bribe me by placing a coin into my hand. When I refused, he drew a dagger and thrust it between my
Wow, what a
ribs.
piece of shit.
I awoke on the banks of the river.
Okay, and then he woke up. I mean, at least they gave him a coin. Could have just died normally. Do you know where?
This is where I belong, as caretaker of the
Okay, he's gonna stay here gooning to the hieroglyphs.
Remembered, it falls to me.
What do you think about the golden rule?
If someone is to break the golden rule, it will not be me. For I try to live as I always have by the command of the goddess Ma'at. Do to the doer to make him do. As
do to the doer to make him do the doer do
I understand why it has long been said among my people that gold is the skin of the gods.
What do you think is down there before I jump in there?
What could possibly lie beneath the underworld? Perhaps it is infinite darkness. Perhaps it is the lair of Amit, the devourer of souls.
Or it's just
All
whatever
I know
culture
is
that the
it would
Egyptian
be
culture was built on
unwise to
top of.
venture down there.
That just makes me want to go down there even more.
Everyone so contrary where you are from, do not even consider it.
I'm gonna be going now.
Be gone from this place. Wait.
You're planning to go down there. I see it in your eyes. Definitely.
You would plunge into the depths of the Duat with no way back up. Madness.
I'll find a way back up.
We shall see.
If I come back, I deserve this plaque. Hard save. Oh, is that the ram head? Okay, well, fuck you for doing this. Whee! Okay, let's see what this says on it. Sumerian. Nurgle. I've heard of that guy. Okay, well, and then we gotta deal with the Sumerian culture. Surprised that gold is able to turn. You do kind of see like the beard stretch. She's also trying to look at me. Okay. Oh, let's do this shit. What do we got? Mummies as well? Don't look at me like that. I don't see anybody yet. Barricades. Hello. Okay, wait, I saw an achievement. What does stepping on this do? Indiana Jones type shit. Oh, great. Does that make the water level rise? I guess I want that to happen? Or do I? I don't know if I do. I mean, it looks like I can do it again. Oh my god. What about people outside here? Do they hear all these fucking crashing noises? Oh.
When I told you that you would not find a way back up,
How'd you get here?
That was not a prediction. That was a promise. You will die here.
There's no need for this end violence. Come on, chill.
I warned you against coming down here, against perpetuating this sacrilege, but you persisted. You have undermined and dishonored the true god of the underworld. How did you think this would end, if not with bloodshed?
Okay, but hear me out.
Very well, I will listen.
Hear me out.
I sense deception,
Lola Bunny?
or if you further insult my gods, I will carry out my threat. So tell me, why should I let you live after you salvaged this instrument of blasphemy?
If something can be destroyed by the truth, it deserves to be. There's no shame in building on the works of people who came before you.
That may be true of many things, but this is different.
Not this one,
If
not
our
me.
gods were copied and corrupted from an older civilization, does that not mean they are false? Does that not mean our prayers to our gods all fell on deaf ears because we were not even addressing them by their true names?
It wouldn't have made any difference. I don't think the gods answer anyone's. If gods exist, it is possible they each have more than one true name?
Now that I think
there we
about
go.
it, my people would sometimes call Osiris the god of many names. Perhaps it is so. But the underworld of my people is so different to this one, and so unlike the way it was described by our priests. Many of my ancestors endured great hardship to live good lives so that we may descend to the Duat in death and be judged accordingly. We prepare to have our hearts weighed on Anubis' scales and to swear ourselves innocent of sin before the 42 assessors of Ma'at. And yet, I arrive here to find the Book of the Dead contained only a seed of truth. And now, I ask myself, did our priests steal and embellish the stories of an older people and feed us lies all our lives simply to trick us into obedience?
Probably, but you can blame your priest for that, not me. Okay, not that one. That's gonna anger him. Isn't being a good person a worthwhile pursuit in and of itself?
I am not sure I follow. Speak plainly.
Even if your beliefs about the afterlife weren't quite accurate, isn't the important thing they motivated you to live good lives? God, if only people lived with religion with that intent. Or at least most.
Perhaps there is some truth in that. What is your point?
My point is, you should let me live. Are you gonna abandon a lifetime of good character now that it matters most, just because you found out you were misled?
You are persuasive.
Very, very true.
I will let you live, and you may do what you will with that plaque. I will remain here for a while, and attempt to learn what I can about the foundations of my people's beliefs. Go.
Okay. Okay. More water? Oh, okay. It's actually rising now. I don't think I want to be down here. Oh. It's down here. Nothing. Invisible wall. That's fair. Don't let me wander in this cave. I would get lost and do stupid stuff. Hey, man.
You again.
I just wanted to say hey. How did you know this was here? Oh. Wait, did I not? I feel like I came here before, didn't I? Interesting. Interesting. Help. I am stuck. Okay, well, let's get out of Egypt town. Egypt's pretty cool. But I kind of just have a soft spot for Greek stuff.
You've returned. Good to see you again, friend. Did you find what you
Can't really see the stiffness in my motion. I did.
I enjoyed our...
Okay, bye-bye. We'll see. Still never getting him a straight answer on if I'm gonna tell people about him or not. Okay, let's go enter that temple and see what's up. I think everyone has been helped, except that assassin, obviously. But we don't really care about that guy. Oh, shit. I just realized that one coin that assassin had was an obol. That's an obol. Wait, but how did he get here then? What? No, that doesn't make sense. How did he get here so late then? It doesn't really matter.
Hello there. Well.
Perhaps you'd be interested in selling it to me. For the right price, I can tell you where you can get your
Now
own.
you're talking, I'm interested. How about 100 denarii?
How about 2,000?
Oh, that's a little excessive, don't you think? It's not the bow of Ulysses we're talking about.
Think of it as an investment. A few little coins in exchange for riches.
All right. But I'm going to need you to tell me before I pay up.
In that case, deal's off.
Wait. Let's not be too hasty, friend. I just want a little assurance that I can trust you, that's all.
I managed to get this one, didn't I?
I suppose you're right. All right.
I feel like this
drive a
might
hard
kill
bargain,
him.
But here's your money. Now, the location of that bow.
It's in the shrine of Diana.
What? But I already knew that, you imbecile. Everyone knows that. I can't take that golden bow because stealing from the goddess in her own shrine would break the golden rule. You promised to tell me where I could get one of my own.
I did. You can take it, but you'll have to keep it for the rest of your life.
What is this?
You'll be able to keep it for the rest of your life.
joke?
You give me what I wanted, I give you what I promised.
Can't believe this is happening.
This was fun. We should do it again sometime.
Talk to me.
Okay, everybody should be alive and well. I think it's time we head up there. Okay, he's busy. I think we might be coming up on the end of the game.
I hope you're coping.
What? That's one of my favorite things about these sort of games, where you're just walking by, you're not even interacting with anybody, and they just say like, "You piece of shit," and you're like, "What?" And like, "How are you going? Doing good?" Oh. Oh. I'm gonna quick save. Hey.
You.
No, nobody sent me. I know we've had this conversation before. I can't let you go. Everybody else is gonna die. Not heartless, just rational. Okay. I can't do anything for her. I think everybody else is doing good though, so we can. Hello? This way? Fuck, wrong way. I think everybody else is doing good.
I hope you're coping.
Just you weirdo. Such a weirdo. Let's go put all these plaques in. Oh, I thought this thing was taller than it actually was. Save the game. Here we go. All names of the man. Here we go. Speak his name. How far back do we want to go? Nurgle? Oh, I gotta speak them all. Hades. Osiris. Wine Boom. Plato. Maybe they just meant they wanted his most recent one. Oh, I gotta speak his name in the area I'm in. Okay, so this is Greek. Hades. Okay. Then Osiris. I thought the vine boom was just for like dramatic effect. No momento. And then Nurgle. Okay. I remember the game saying if you don't want to get spoiled on the game, don't watch from this point. So I'm gonna do what the game said and say, if you don't want to be spoiled on the ending of this game, don't keep watching. But I don't know why you would have watched up to this point if you didn't want to see spoilers, so here we go. What the fuck? That's a spaceship. Can I? Oh. It's a dude. And a lady. That Karen? Looking a little worse for wear.
And here you are.
Oh my god, he's Giga
Allow me
Chad.
to introduce myself. As you have already gathered, I've been known by many names. Nergal to the Sumerians, Osiris to the Egyptians, Hades to the Greeks, and Pluto to the Romans.
Okay.
But the one constant through it all has been my title, God of the Underworld. And I've been watching you with curiosity, mortal, ever since your arrival.
Have you seen one day, or have you seen all of them?
And what is more, you carry a weapon that was never intended for mortals to wield, and you do it so brazenly. But there will be time for your reckoning later. First, as a reward for undoing the desecration of my obelisk, I will allow you to satisfy your curiosity. Ask
Okay,
what you
we
will.
get to have a conversation with them. What's your story?
My story is many thousands.
I like how they all start the same.
You will need to be more specific. What do you wish to know?
Are you God?
It is a matter of perspective. God is a label I was given by you mortals, not one I gave myself. Your ancestors revered me because to them, my knowledge and technology made me incomprehensibly powerful, just as you might seem so to an insect.
Oh, what are
Despite
you?
all that, there are rules even I must obey.
Why do you look like and sound like a
Kim and
man?
I all adopted this form long ago, so that we might better understand and communicate with your kind. In
Okay, but
time,
who
we
are you
grew fond
kidding?
of the sensory delights it affords: desire, joy, ecstasy, even rage and sorrow, while an acquired taste can be addictive.
Can I see your true form?
No. Long ago I swore to Persephone that I would remain in this form for as long as we remained among your kind. I must honor that.
But what if she, like, let me? What if she was fine with it? Just a quick peek.
This is my beloved.
Who's that lady?
Like me, she has been known by many names. Ereshkigal to the Sumerians, Isis to the Egyptians, Persephone to the Greeks, and Proserpina to the Romans. Or perhaps you might know her as the goddess of springtime, the cycle of life and renewal.
Ironic.
Your gaze lingers too long.
Do not stare at my wife. Who's that?
Is my servant. You would have met by the river, though she wears many faces and goes by many names. Kumutabal
Is
to the
the true form?
Sumerians, Kirti to the Egyptians, Charon to the Greeks, and Charon to the Romans. Her role is to ferry souls between the mortal world and this one, and to make their transition as seamless.
What is it?
For that,
It
she
looks like
earned
we're just in
herself the
space.
infamous, if erroneous, moniker, the Ferryman. You will talk more later. For now, ask your questions.
Where the hell
As
are
you
we?
wish.
What is this
It has
place?
come to be known simply.
We're in a
as the
spaceship?
And it exists because of a wager I made long ago.
What was that wager?
That is a long story. One that began over 3,000 years ago and continues to this day. You see, long ago my kin and I set out from our home on Elysium to search for other forms of life among the stars. We discovered your planet and witnessed your kind evolving from primates into something lawless and barbaric. You all but destroyed yourselves, your 2 short lives being extinguished by violence and ignorance and disease. Yet Proserpina saw raw potential in you, and persuaded the rest of us it would be squandered without our intervention and stewardship. So we revealed ourselves to your people in a place called Sumer.
Oh, so they are the OG ones.
Toolcraft and law, and you called us gods. For a time you flourished, but soon you were too many for us to oversee. And as you spread from that cradle of civilization, we saw something disturbing. We had sown the seeds of dependency and confusion, and soon you returned to your old ways of violence and ignorance.
That's true, we do kind of need to be babysat each and every one of us.
You gave up on your kind, condemning you as barbaric and chaotic, scarcely more than animals. We began preparations to return to Elysium, our home world, a utopia unspoilt by conflict and unimaginable in its beauty. But my Proserpina could not bear to abandon your kind without guidance, and knowing it would force the rest of us to leave her behind, she made an extraordinary sacrifice. She gave up her immortality to descend permanently to the ranks of humankind. And so she began her inescapable trajectory toward death. Horrified, I acted swiftly. I placed her in suspended animation in a deep frozen sleep to prevent age and sickness from claiming her. And then I pleaded with Proserpina's father, who the Romans called Jupiter, to bring her with us to Elysium. It was and is my hope that once there, we might one day learn to undo what she has done to herself. But he refused. I did everything I could to persuade him, but he would not relent. He would rigidly uphold his final pronouncement. Humans were unworthy of ascension to Elysium, and no exceptions would be made. But seeing that I was aggrieved, he proposed a wager, the terms of which were as follows. If even one human city could prove itself capable of living without sin for a single year,
For a single
then
year?
Proserpina and all of humanity would be permitted to join us in Elysium. My
Yeah,
part
you know
would
what?
be
We
to
were actually pretty
remain
close with this one.
the last of my kind, to watch over you without interfering, and to sit in silent judgment. And so my reward has been to languish here, enduring a 3,000-year winter, waiting for the day your kind proves itself worthy of her faith in you, so that I might take her with me to Elysium.
Well, what about us?
And unthaw my goddess of springtime. And here I am, after all this time, still waiting.
Okay. Well, God, it's just that one. Well, Guess I understand why you can't really explain the rules. Well, no, he could have made it clearer on what triggers the golden rule. And given some sort of proof that it happens, but then that kind of fuck. That's a hard situation to
There
deal
were
with.
also gods who, like me, have been known by many names, but perhaps you knew them by their Roman names. Our leader Jupiter, as well as Neptune, Saturn, Juno, Minerva, Mars, Venus, Apollo, Diana, Vulcan, Vesta, Ceres.
Wait, did he say Roman?
And
No,
of course,
Greek. I know.
my beloved Proserpina.
I know Greek more than Roman. Who built this city?
The first wave of your kind arrived from Sumer. I had them build a city in their own fashion, so that they might be comfortable and recreate their lives here. I had them build the entrance as a vertical shaft leading to baths, to cleanse them of the sins of their former lives, and to prevent escape.
Smart.
I watched wave after wave of Sumerians arrive, and as their civilization declined over the centuries, they were replaced by Egyptians. Of course, believing themselves to be the superior civilization, the Egyptians promptly built over what had been built before, and made all the same mistakes.
Well, I
After
feel like
another
that's the
1,000
teacher's
years,
fault.
The Greeks began to arrive, and then the Romans, and they all did the same thing.
Well, it's
They built
because he
upon
didn't
the
fucking teach them
underworlds
any
of their
different.
predecessors, renamed their gods, and ensured their foundations were forgotten.
How did you decide who
To
comes
ensure
here?
the wager was
The
fair,
coin.
it was important that my subjects were chosen at random. To
Smart.
this end, I had my servant distribute 1,000 tokens fashioned from silver.
Only
a rare
1,000?
element at the time, across all of Sumer. Whoever died while in possession of one of them would be located by my servant and ferried to this place, with no memory of how they arrived. As the tokens were discovered, they were traded, smelted, and fashioned into trinkets, and eventually coins, spreading to Egypt like seeds
That
on
makes
the wind.
sense. So what if
Later,
multiple
when they
coins are
spread to Greece, they would come
smelted
to be
into one
known
thing?
as Charon's obol, or as coins for the ferryman. Some placed coins in the mouths of their dead, hoping they would awaken here, though they had no way of knowing which coins were fashioned from the original tokens. In fact, almost all of the tokens are accounted for, only 2 remain. And so after this wave destroys itself, as it is destined to do. Your kind will have squandered the last of its potential to ascend beyond this rock, and Persepolis along with it.
Well, how did humans learn about the underworld then? How did people learn about this fucking spaceship?
One of the first men who came to this place was a king of Sumer and a troublemaker. To be rid of him, I returned him to his people, on the condition that my servant erased his memories of this place.
Sounds
But
like
the
they didn't do a
erasure
good
did not
job.
take completely, and he told stories of this place as if describing memories of a dream. His tales were committed to writing, which came to be known as the Epic of Gilgamesh, and his words were twisted and distorted over generations. Later, the Egyptians would adapt Sumer's stories of the underworld, making them wildly intricate and labyrinthine. Their Book of the Dead and Book of Gates bore less and less resemblance to this place in their priests' pursuit of profit. Then, when the Greeks began to arrive, they proved far more cunning, and in a series of incidents that will not be repeated, 5 of them escaped.
Oh, 5,
A
wow.
warrior named Heracles, 2 kings named Sisyphus and Theseus, a poet named Orpheus, and a Trojan named Aeneas. They each told embellished tales of this place, how to get here, and how to escape. And so from Sumer to Egypt, Greece to Rome,
How do you
all
fucking
kind
even-
has always told each other stories about this place, though each story contained only a seed of truth.
Okay, wait, but fucking if... How do you even have an exit to this place? You built this fucking place. It should just be like a dome that they can't break out of. How am I able to keep digging down to find Earth? Does it not just hit metal at some point? I feel like you guys are just stupid and made a flawed system. Whatever.
Of course.
You're responsible
That
for
is
it.
merely the name your people have given to it, but yes, it is my doing.
Why turn people into gold?
That is a story dating back to the very first wave. After the Sumerians finished building their city, the self-declared ruler threw a banquet to celebrate. Now this man was unmarried, and many women were vying to become his wife, a prestigious position of power and influence in a new world. Of all the women, 2 were particularly ambitious. Both were beautiful, and both arrived at the banquet wearing eye-catching dresses and painted faces, their hair woven in elaborate fashion. The first woman, recognizing that she would require an advantage to win the ruler's affection, draped herself in jewelry, ornate necklaces, bracelets, and rings fashioned from gold. Seeing this ostentatious display, the second woman grew envious, for she had no such jewelry at her disposal. She prayed aloud to any gods that would listen to cover her in gold. And when her prayer went unanswered, she took matters into her own hands. While the others indulged at the banquet, the second woman summoned the first for a discussion in a quiet place. She checked that nobody was watching, and pushed her rival from the top of the ziggurat, where she broke her neck on the rocks below. But I was watching, and I decided to answer her prayer. I took the golden bow left behind by Diana, and I shot that woman in the heart, covering her from head to toe in a layer of molten gold.
That makes
Left her to
sense.
stand there, that she might serve as a grim reminder of what befalls those who sin in my domain. But that was not enough, for the entire city was tainted by her sin, and the wager could no longer be won.
But like,
So
who's
I had no
determining
choice
what
but to
makes the
wipe the
wager
slate clean.
work?
I gilded them all to make way for a new wave, and began the wager again. And to this day, each of them, and all who came after, line the halls of this city, inanimate but conscious.
That's evil.
Suspended in time with only their sight
That's
and hearing
evil.
preserved,
Jesus.
so they may bear witness to and lament the folly of your kind for eternity, as silent golden sentinels.
So you're just responsible for enjoying those
A
lives.
second chance at life, as well as ample warning about my law. And when you disobey, and you always disobey,
Well, okay, well, not all of them
you
did.
force my hand, bringing terrible suffering upon yourselves. And so you ask if I am the one destroying your lives. And I say, no, you destroy yourselves. I am merely the means by which you do it.
No, that's not true. Where'd these
When my
bows
kin
come from?
departed, they left behind many relics which I inherited. A consolation prize of sorts. The golden bow originally belonged to one of my kin, who the Romans called Diana. As my collection of golden statues grew, I chose the most ferocious among them, and equipped them each with a duplicate of her bow, and tasked them with hunting down the Forsaken at my behest. They became known simply as Furies.
What do you
I've
consider
always
sin?
considered that the cornerstone of morality is the ability to determine right from wrong on one's own.
Yeah, I said that also.
No attempt to lay out rules like
Well,
your
maybe
Code of
not exact that
Hammurabi
way.
or your 12 tables of the Roman Republic can ever cover all possible scenarios. This should come as no surprise to you, since the core principle has been expressed in many forms by many of your civilizations. The Egyptians made a rudimentary attempt with do to the doer to make him do. The Greeks refined it with avoid doing what you would blame others for doing. The Roman Stoics added, treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you.
That's fair.
Even the so-called cultists hiding among you often say, do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Yeah, I
It
wish
is the
they
simplest
followed
of
that.
concepts, and each one of you is born with the faculties required to apply it to any situation.
Mhm.
Yet none of the peoples who expressed this rule were able to uphold it. Curious, is it not?
Well, I think some of them were. That principle is not as easy to apply as it sounds. Because it sounds like you've been upholding it either.
Enough. You clearly know nothing.
You know nothing. Blah 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 blah. Well, how do you know when people say?
I'm able to commune with all of the statues in the city. Their ears are my ears, and their eyes are my eyes.
Is she connected to the statues in the
If she
same way?
was still conscious, I suppose she could, but she's not. Why do you ask?
No reason.
Then what an odd question.
I've seen some things here that you didn't consider a sin. How could you let them happen?
Do you plan to speak in sweeping generalizations? Or are you going to give me an example?
Well, you guys just give me answers of fucking generalized statements. You suicide.
I've seen no such thing, but in any case, taking one's own life is a
Oh, yeah.
self-directed act. It is not one that is done to others, however they may be affected by it. Therefore, it cannot be said that one who commits suicide has done anything unto others.
That seems like an extremely literal
Applying
interpretation.
this rule always requires us to interpret the meaning of the words. The literal interpretation helps to minimize the ambiguity of your primitive
But what if them killing themselves ultimately leads to someone breaking the rule? If our language is full of ambiguity, doesn't that make the rule inherently subjective and unreliable?
Supposing you are right, then my law has been broken, and I should turn you all to gold immediately. Is that what you want?
No, of course not. I'm right and you
Then
know
your
it.
desire to be right outweighs your
Don't turn me to
desire
gold.
to
Don't stop the conversation, turn me to
You will
gold.
make a fine.
Draw the golden bow.
Do you really think you can wound me, a god, with that primitive weapon?
Hey, it's your weapon. You may be immortal, but your beloved
How
isn't.
dare you threaten her? This ends now.
Okay, I'm gonna have to reload the save.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Oh god, she fucking crumbled. Hey, Karen. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh. Bob and leave, okay. Wait, but if she's dead, is he still able to rewind time? I don't know, I guess so. Open. Zip. Whee! Hello, I can see him running his little tush off. Hey, my guy. This is your last day. Bye-bye. He doesn't know it yet, but he's not waking up tomorrow. Well, he is waking up. He's not waking up the day after tomorrow. She's been looped through 10 times. Hey. I want you to do all the good stuff.
I'll go.
There we go. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna head up through this way. So he's gonna be a good guy and he's gonna do all the good stuff. That's all I really care about, is that that stuff gets done, people don't die. Can I see him? I think he takes a different path with everything I've told him. Take some extra cash. I hope I haven't locked myself out of the ending. Okay, Pluto. Let's get through these names. Hades. Osiris. I would like to save the game. Nurgle. There we go. Let me enter. Hey, I have your wife's crown, even though she's right there.
And here, no, but the one, and I am.
See this? It's her crown.
I would recognize that anywhere, and yet my beloved still wears hers. What is this? How did you come by it?
I'm a time traveler. I took it from her after I killed her in another timeline.
Vile, despicable creature. Why would you do such a thing? And worse still, boast about it.
I didn't want to kill her, but if you don't put the end to the golden rule, I will do it again.
You have put me in an impossible position. If I refuse, you will murder her. And yet, if I agree, I will lose my wager and return to Elysium humiliated.
Oh, boo-hoo, baby gonna cry. That's the idea.
Perhaps you are cleverer than you appear, mortal. I do not see that I have a choice in this. Your treachery and savagery have opened my eyes like nothing I have witnessed in 3,000 years. And now you show your species' true colors.
Yeah, we evil.
I see that Persephone was a fool to have ever believed This has gone on too long.
Okay, wait, now I got an achievement for intimidating him.
Let go of this form, but know this. If I abandon the way journey for Elysium, neither she nor your kind may ever ascend.
It's too late for that anyways. Why can't we go
Because
there?
despicable creatures like you have no place there. My kin would never allow it.
Oh, come on. Just because I killed your wife doesn't mean I'm unredeemable.
I will have Charon make arrangements to ferry the others. But as for you, be aware you will be separated from the rest.
Don't make me kill her again.
Once this exodus begins, the events that brought you to this moment will never have taken place.
But how do you know that?
You will have created a paradox. What will become of you is difficult to predict.
How does he know that?
But that is the risk you have taken by interfering in the natural flow of time. Now,
I'm ready.
you had best pray our paths never cross again, mortal.
Okay, but like, can I... But can I do it differently? Can I persuade him and not have to kill his wife? I already got the achievement, so I'm gonna reload. I wanna just like persuade him.
I would recognize that anywhere.
Ah, fuck, he didn't. I hit auto saved. Fuck. Okay. I mean, I manually saved before I entered the door, so it should be okay. Should be able to go back in time. Okay, I don't want to deal with you, Al. Auto? I want them. This one. It's an auto save, but it should have saved at the start of the conversation. Right? Or right before. Okay. There's Australia. Sup? How's it going? Okay. Let's go through his dialogue. I want it to be like I had talked to him the first time. Jesus, he was talking for a long time. Who built this city and why is it so shitty? Okay, are you responsible? Why turn people to gold? So you're responsible. Where did the bows come from? What do you consider sin? Doesn't seem you've been upholding it. How do you know when people have sinned? Is she connected? No reason. I've seen some terrible things here that you didn't consider sin. How can you let them happen? Suicide? Seems like an extremely literal. Language? No, of course not. Never mind.
No.
And tell me what other sins you believe. Price gouging for life-saving medicine.
The merchant. How is that inconsistent with the rule I've outlined?
He wouldn't want someone else to demand an outrageous price for the medicine he needed if he was dying.
I disagree. Having watched this merchant, that is precisely what he would expect from others, and he would be quite capable of paying the price anyway.
You can't know what he would expect. You're just speculating.
Applying this rule always requires speculation to some degree. It requires us to ask what another person would want if they found themselves in another situation.
Doesn't that make it inherently subjective?
Not if we're wise enough to know the mind of man.
And you think you know the minds of other people?
Supposing you're right, then my law has been broken, and I should
No, of course not.
Now
a scam.
Ah, the tavern keeper, yes?
Sins.
How is that inconsistent with the rule?
She wouldn't want someone else to sell her hemlock if she thought she was buying a means to escape.
I disagree. Having watched that tavern keeper, that is precisely what she would expect from others. She would view it as a game, one she intends to win.
You can't know what she would expect.
Applying this rule always. Not.
Okay, we get into the speculation loop. No, of course not. Debt
You
bondage.
speak of the moneylender. How is that inconsistent with the rule?
You wouldn't want to be trapped in a 30-year labor contract because of a loan.
And he would never have signed a contract pledging his labor for 30 years.
That is also true.
All he did was enforce the terms of a contract signed voluntarily by others.
The whole concept of debt bondage, like slavery, is unethical. It's legal under international law where I'm from.
Ignoring your irritating sense of moral superiority, this is interesting. I'm curious, how do people escape poverty where you are?
It's customary to take out a loan to buy a house, and in some places to pay for an education.
I see. And how long might it take such a person to repay their debt?
Typically decades, sometimes their entire
I
life.
fail to see how your system of loans is significantly different to a debt bondsman signing over his labor for 30 years.
It's not the same thing.
Supposing you're right, then...
No, of course
Now
not. It
tell
hasn't been broken. Experiments on the golden
The
statues.
midwife and the palace, yes. How is that?
Oh, he knows about that and he's fine with it. She wouldn't want to be experimented upon if she was
The
killed.
rule is do unto others, meaning other people. Those statues are something else now. Bloodless shadows, mere shapes of their former selves. They are forsaken. What happens to them is no concern.
But they're still people. Okay, now we're in the language. Abduction.
Abduction? You mean the magistrate imprisoning his daughter in the cistern?
Oh, he knows about that too.
He
Okay.
did so because she sought to escape. A sin
So
I
he
take
was.
particularly
He was right when he
Better that he stops her from escaping.
when he said the gods are with him.
Then I have to wipe out this entire city to punish her. Wouldn't you agree?
I disagree. And then he's like, "Oh, he broke the law." No, I'm just joking. It's no wonder people say the gods are cruel. This just shows how unreliable and subjective your moral code is. No better at judging right from wrong than any other human.
Do you honestly think you could do better?
Why did no one tell me how good Hades is? Oh, the game? I thought you were talking about this guy, because this guy is Hades. Hades is good. I could probably recommend you other games. Do I think I could do better? No, but that's my point. Nobody's grasp, right or wrong, is so perfect they can be trusted with all this power. You become a tyrant.
I should strike you down for that.
And if you did, you'd be proving my point.
Now,
No, the game
do
I've
you
been
have
playing it
any other
non-stop for 2 days.
before your
I can see that's why you haven't been in stream. Let's talk about something
Very
else.
well.
That's all the questions I had.
Good. Then now it is time for your reckoning. Only, it seems, something is wrong. It has long been within my power to see to the hearts of mortals and weigh their deeds in life. But when I peer into you,
Well,
I see
yeah.
only a
Also, it
blessed
was long festival weekend, so
You
I've been
did
out.
not exist until you appeared in this city.
That's fair.
How is this possible? Charon, where did you find this one?
I do not remember ferrying you. How did you come here?
Oh, yeah, okay, wait. No, that makes sense. So, they dropped me off when they were supposed to in my timeline into the dead, deserted city. But since it was only me and Al left, that's all who would have been left. So it would have had to been me and Al surviving by ourselves. But Al got sucked in the portal and sent back to that time. And now that I have been sent back, I have been placed in the city without being taken from Al. They're taken by the Karen. We've been trying to animate the thing, but apparently it's difficult to learn new skills and it takes trial and error. No, you're good. Take as long as you want. I do not mind. Taken by the Karen. I assume you weren't here at the start of the game, but that was literally a joke. You're like, oh, why won't you tell me your name? Oh, people give me bad reactions when I tell them my name is Karen. And then one of the answers was like, oh yeah, all those Karen memes have really been ruining that name. I'm from the future.
That is true. Then I sense the intervention of someone powerful.
How did you come to be in this time, mortal? Who brought you here?
He cannot know.
Prospina did.
That would explain why you first appeared in her shrine. But how is that?
I didn't know that was the pronunciation.
She slumbered for 3,000
Charon?
years.
Of the Chhoron or whatever. She's awake. In fact, she's using the statues to whisper to me.
You would have me believe that all this time she has been deceiving me, and that you are the pawn she has chosen to undermine me? Then she has chosen poorly, because you are clearly a fool. However, you will make a fine statue.
No, don't fucking... Okay. Okay, we gotta go through all that conversation again. God fucking damn it.
I would recognize that anywhere.
Fuck, wrong save. God damn it. I have to figure out how to convince him. I think I just... Like, I don't know why he wouldn't see, like... I don't know, he's stupid. Who cares about him? Okay, this should be the save right before the door. Nurgle.
And here you...
Okay, let's go there. You know what? You're responsible for the golden rule. Let's just do the sin. Suicide. Literal, this. No, of course not. Price gouging.
Not a...
No, of course not. Scam. She wouldn't want that.
Not...
Blah, blah, blah. Just gonna do all this so it makes him doubt himself. No. If you did, you'd be proving my point. Okay, let's talk about something else. That's all the question I had.
It is an Charon.
I do not remember.
I'm from the future. I was hoping you could tell me.
I do not know. My kin departed long ago, and Proserpina has slumbered for 3,000 years.
Guess that means you don't know everything that goes on here.
Tread lightly, mortal.
He's like, watch
Enough
it.
of this. It seems I will need to put your reckoning on hold for now. But answer this. Why have you come here? What is it you seek?
I'm here to kill you. No, I'd like you to put an end to the golden rule.
Your hubris is amusing, so I will allow you to make your case. I warn you, if you anger me or waste my time with lies or wrong-headed arguments,
I've already lied to you and you just don't know it.
face death here. So, tell me, why should I put an end to the so-called golden rule?
because how can you expect us to live without sin if you can't do it yourself?
That is a very serious accusation, mortal. What sin have I committed?
You have
what
committed.
Evidence do you have to support it?
The sin. Ooh, what do I think? You've given terrible punishments to hundreds of people, some for minor sins, and some committed no sins at all.
Every one of those people was guilty of failing to ensure their peers lived virtuously. They failed collectively, and so they were punished collectively. The Romans understand this, as did the Greeks before them.
Well, if our positions were reversed, you wouldn't want me to punish you for the sins of other people. That might not be true. Where I'm from, collective punishment is... Yeah.
Ah, but I'm a god, and you are a mortal.
Why would you expect?
Why would you expect me to treat you as I treat my own kind? You are not a peer. You are not a respected equal. Let me ask you this. Do you treat insects as you wish to be treated? Do you care for their well-being as you would your fellow man? Do you ensure they have food and shelter and protection from predators? Do you give them rights?
Yes, I do. No.
Of course not.
I don't.
Because that would
I
be
don't give them
absurd,
rights.
Just
Yes.
as it would be absurd for me to treat your kind as equals.
Your kind and mine can't be so different, given that you're in love with one of us. That's a good...
My love for her does not mean I am not superior, now that she is mortal.
That sounds arrogant. Perhaps you're not as different from humans as you think.
For a moment, I thought you might have been building to a point. But I see now
God damn
you're
it.
just a hubristic little creature.
Golden Rule is corrupting the city and ensuring you'll never win.
How so? And be specific. You have made a grave
This, I feel like this
and I
could be
expect
good.
you to back it up.
Decius is price gouging for life-saving medicine because he knows nobody can take it by force.
True. I have witnessed him doing that.
Rufius has become so paranoid that he's jumping at shadows like Virgil's sexuality.
He is a volatile and confused fellow, that one.
Aurelia is exploiting people's desperation to escape by selling them hemlock.
I admit, I have grown disturbed watching her.
And Malleus has trapped people in debt bondage by convincing them that rebelling would break the law.
His cruelty does seem to grow greater by the day. If you're right, my involvement has corrupted the very thing I sought to observe impartially.
Exactly.
But if I were to accept that, are you telling me these humans could coexist peacefully, without theft or violence, without my law?
Probably not, but we need to be able to use force in exceptional circumstances to correct societies.
How so?
We use violence to discourage bad behavior, to neutralize criminals, and overthrow tyrants.
And how is that working for you?
Where I'm from, 2,000 years in the future is working pretty well. On average, life expectancies are climbing and crime rates are declining. Ooh, I don't know how true that is.
So you say, and yet your world is still imperfect.
Our world will always be imperfect, but the kind of force required to create a utopia will inevitably result in tyranny.
You have spoken eloquently, and yet, if what you say is true, it follows that my wager was fatally flawed from the beginning.
Seems a
That
bit
would
so.
mean Jupiter, Proserpina's father, who knew more about you than anyone, proposed a wager I could never win. Why would he do that?
Seems like you guys don't have a utopia. Perhaps he wanted you to abandon the wagers for Prosperine. I fucking hate that name, I can't say it. He felt threatened by you and didn't want a potential challenger. Perhaps he left you, because even your own kind didn't want you.
Perhaps. But if that was so, surely I would have sensed his deception. How could I have been so blind for so long?
You were lied to. You're no better than us. Perhaps when you took on human form, you took on some human foibles as well.
Your words sting me, mortal. But perhaps it is what I deserve. As difficult as this is to admit, I have suspected as much for a long time now. And I cannot deny it any longer. I've been so fixated on taking my beloved to Elysium that every time one of you sinned, it wore away my hope of being with her again. In time, I began to despise your kind for making her believe that you could ever be better than you are. But my rage was not born of malice, quite the opposite. Everything I have done, I did because I loved her. Who knew this empathy of yours, which you celebrate so much, could have such a dark underside? This has gone on too long. It is time for me to let go of this form, of her, of all of you. But know this.
God, you ain't talk your way through every possible confrontation.
Neither she nor your kind may ever ascend.
We just want to go home. Why can't we go there, actually?
So would violate the rules of my sacred agreement with Jupiter, and you would receive a hostile reception. The best I can do is return you to the land of the living.
Hell yeah.
I will have Charon make arrangements to ferry the others. But as for you, be aware you will be separated from the rest.
Why is that?
Once this exodus begins,
Okay, we already heard all this. I'm ready.
Farewell, mortal.
Yeah, this time he's not, like, super angry at me. There we go. And we're back home and we got the best ending, probably. Temple looks a bit shit. No spaceship this time. What's up?
Oh. Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone.
Of afraid?
I'm Al.
How earth I came to find you.
Here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I was hoping you know who I am.
Know who you are? I barely remember how I got here myself. Oh, did that lady in the forest send you in here after me? I guess I lost track of time, learning about the history of this place, and it is extraordinary. I'm fairly certain you and I are the first people to set foot in this city for about 2,000 years. Fortunately for us, the last person in here was a Roman man named Galerius, who inscribed an account into a tablet. Apparently, there was a community of 20-something people trapped in here, and living in fear of a curse they called the Golden Rule. They believed that if even one person sinned, an unknown god would cast them all into gold, like the 1,000 people who'd lived here before them. Then, one day, just as Galerius had finished praying for a good harvest at the shrine of Proserpina, an oracle appeared and told him how to solve the ills of the city, like saving the life of a dying woman, foiling an assassination attempt, and so on. Meanwhile,
you're not gonna list them all.
To the temple of the mysterious god, this one right here, and demanded an audience. And the doors just opened up to him. Nobody knows what went on in there, but Galerius wrote the oracle must have been more persuasive than Odysseus, because the next thing he knew, the ground shook, and the voice of that god rang out over the city. The many have suffered long enough. Unfortunately, Galerius' account just sort of stops after that, leaving a lot of questions unanswered. What became of him, and the other people who lived here?
I don't know, he
what
probably
happened to all
died.
the golden statues?
Nah,
Did
they
this
probably
mysterious
melted.
oracle single-handedly undo the curse that had terrorized people for hundreds of years?
Actually, that was me.
What? Oh, I see. For a moment there, I thought you were serious. Anyway, I think I found a way out through the aqueduct that brought water into the
Can
city.
I explain him?
Follow me.
Explain to him? I'm right behind you. I'm right behind you. And they just plop me down here. Well, that was cool. You're still boarding it up?
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever looked.
Good idea. So wait, does this place exist then? What is this? Is this part of the spaceship? I don't understand. But that's fine. We don't really need to understand that. Yo, Karen.
You're back.
I found him. Okay, is this the same? I discovered you're not who you said you were. I remember meeting you 2,000 years ago.
Ah, I see. I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions.
How many questions? Is anything different?
You can just call me Carol. I do not enjoy deceiving people.
I've already got
That
to
you
that.
died.
Yep.
My
How did I?
most souls would ask.
Yeah, I wanted
As
it.
you made
I was
a
murdered. Yep.
You both. There was that man's name was. You were each in possession.
Okay, Pluto said the coins Al and I had were the last in existence. What does that mean for you?
It means I am now bereft of purpose. There is nobody else to ferry here. Nobody to keep you company. After 5,000 years, the underworld has finally run its course.
I don't.
Perhaps you have heard the tales of the Greeks.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't need to hear this because I know that.
my master created 1,000.
Created
my
1,000.
order-
Yep. Yes, Pluto mentioned that my coin was the last in existence. What does that mean
It
for you?
means that-
Bereft of purse. Yeah. Can you return to the land of the living with
I
us?
see no point in keeping you here. But I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself.
Look, here comes Al now. Al, it's so good to see you. You were gone so long, I thought I'd never
Are
see
you
you
not
again.
wearing any other clothes
Kinda
under
lost
that?
track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found.
Never mind.
The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there
Sounds like quite a story, and I look forward to hearing all about it. But you two look exhausted.
Yeah, and then she
Sounds good to
finished this
me.
bath. Okay.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
Here. Ferry me home. 1 year later. Not like a museum. Sup?
Hey, you made it. It's great to see you again. After everything you've been through, I thought you might appreciate some good news.
And what's
So
that?
after we got back to the real world, I started
Oh, we
doing
just
some
don't know
research into
about
the
that
people
now.
mentioned in Galerius's tablet, and I found something.
He knows that. Okay.
I'm sorry I've been so cryptic. I've been dying to tell you. I just really wanted you to see this for yourself. Why don't you head on down there? I'll catch up with you at the other end.
Okay. Oh, I thought that guy wasn't wearing any pants. Wait, is he? Okay, he is. I thought he wasn't wearing any pants. Who are you?
Oh, hello.
There he is.
Oh. Shit.
You're finally here. Remember me?
Yeah? What are you doing
It's
here?
a crazy story. After you disappeared, Karen appeared and told us she was returning us to the world. Even gave us some coins to help us start our lives over. Only, for some reason, she returned us to your world instead of ours. Anyway, I know we only ever had that one conversation, and I wasn't even sure if you'd remember me, but I wanted to say thanks for freeing us from the underworld and giving us a second chance at life.
Well, now you guys get to live in the 21st century. That's probably confusing as shit. What are you doing here with
I
used
used Karen's gift to buy a farm in Umbria. Got a villa on it too. with enough room for Dooley, of course. It's hard work, but I sleep soundly every night. I'm finally my own man, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
Well, that's great. You're with her now? That's great.
I can't believe my luck either. But we're engaged and living together.
How
We're
long have
planning
you
to get
guys
married next spring.
been here?
If you're going to be around, we'd love to see you there.
Sure, that sounds good. It's good to see you.
There's a whole museum full of people waiting for a chance to thank you. So you'd better keep moving.
Okay. Assemble as many people as possible in the museum. That's great. Bad choice of color for your pants, by the way. Nice boots.
You're here. It's lovely to finally meet you.
Oh, I guess we
Galerius
did.
told me all about.
Yeah, good to see you
So,
too.
You're the hero who somehow vanquished the last of the Roman gods. As I'm a priestess, you realize you've put me out of work. I'm just
Yeah,
teasing.
your whole thing was a sham.
Actually, and it still feels a little sacrilegious to say this, I'm finding life after religion quite enjoyable.
What are you doing with yourself?
Galerius and I are engaged and expecting. We've just bought a lovely
Oh, so
villa in the
fast.
countryside.
How
with
long have you
room
guys
for a
been here?
large family, and
Well, I guess a
children,
year.
Of course.
Never
It
mind.
feels like the world has just opened up for us. There's so much to learn, and so many more possibilities for our children than we ever imagined. We're just so thankful for what you did for us.
Yeah, you guys get to go watch Skibbity Toilet when you get home. the amazing features of the future.
Oh, it's sweet of you to ask. She recovered nicely. In fact, she's here some.
Okay, I'll go do that. Good
See you
seeing
at
you.
the wedding, I hope.
Hey, Dooley,
Hello, I'm Dooley.
God, you look like Carl Pilkington. I
Galerius
remember
said
you.
You're very nice and a big helper. Thank you for getting us out of the bad place. I didn't like it.
What are you
I
doing,
live at
Dooley?
Galerius and Equitia's house. They look after me now and help me remember when I forget things, like brushing my teeth.
Okay. I'm sorry, you never found your treasure.
Oh, I forgot about that. I like my box now. Galerius got me a box that tells stories.
He's got a leap pad.
Favorite thing.
Good, good. I'm glad you're happy. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you for keeping that short.
Hi there.
Hello.
Oh, you. I remember you. Still
You're-
got that face.
You're the Oracle, right?
Corvax
Oh,
is
of course,
fine.
Sorry. And I never got a chance to thank you for telling Galerius how to save my life.
Maybe I should have
And of
talked to
course,
everybody before I
getting
ran
me
into the temple.
and all of us out of a terrible
Maybe I could have talked to them
situation.
more here. Ah, what are you
Oh,
doing?
I barely recognize myself.
Mm,
I'm
you
living
still
in a
look the
house
same.
share in London with my wonderful girlfriend. And I'm studying English at university. Eventually, I want to travel the world and write about it. Turns out, it's about 30 times bigger than the Roman Empire ever was.
Yeah, they
You
weren't
know
really
there
good
are
with
entire
geography.
continents Rome never knew existed. And you can travel almost anywhere in an aircraft, which is rather like flying on a Pegasus, but much more comfortable. Oh, sorry, you already know all that, of course. I'm just so excited. There's so much to see and learn and write about.
Mm-hmm. Seeing the world through fresh eyes sounds
I
wonderful.
have noticed people from your time have no idea how fortunate they are.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
hope to
That
change
is definitely true.
One day.
Okay, whatever happened to Malleus and Claudia?
Last I heard, Malleolus kept insisting he was the last rightful ruler of the Roman Empire, and wound up being committed to a psychiatric hospital.
Yeah,
As for
that
Claudia,
makes sense.
She was always so viciously unhappy. Someone said she'd blown all her money on wine, trying to drink herself back to the underworld.
Mm.
After the horrific way they treated Ulpius and me.
Oh yeah, I guess she
can't help
was
feeling
evil
a
also.
sense of, what's that German word? Schadenfreude?
How'd you... What the fuck have you done in a year? You learned German? I think you're allowed to
Thank you.
feel that way. That's...
You're very kind.
Okay. Whatever happened to Aurelia? Who is that? This is Barkeep.
Ugh. Someone told me she was boasting about getting her claws into some rich prince. and how she was going to be living the high life from now on. Even in your time, life still isn't fair. Apparently, he'd proposed before they'd even met. And last I heard, she'd bought herself a first-class one-way ticket to join him in some exotic place called... what was it? Nigeria? Some people have all the luck.
Ooh, don't worry. Something tells me she's gonna get what she deserves. As Oracle, I foresee terrible disappointment in her future.
Really? Huh. I feel better already. Thank
Yeah,
you.
she's honestly probably gonna be dead. It's good to see you again.
Too. If you're ever in London, let me know. We can go to bars and drink wine and listen to the stories of the 9 million people who live there.
I'll take you up on that, I guess. It's crazy. You die, you go to Underworld, solve all the problems, and you just have like a shit ton
Hi
of
there.
friends when you're out. Hi. I didn't talk to you much.
You are here. It's nice to finally meet you.
Mm-hmm. Hi.
Lucy is fine. I'm making an effort to blend in, as you can see. We are all trying to keep a low profile. If the world knew we died 2,000 years ago and were suddenly brought back to life 12 months ago, they'd
Yeah, one
never
of you
leave us
guys is
alone.
definitely gonna say something.
Speaking of which, I wanted to say thank you in person. I'd say the gods smile on you, but I hear you drove the last of them off.
Yeah, the gods are kind of
So-
assholes. And they're aliens. What are you
I'm
doing?
studying to get into medical school. As much as I resented the responsibility of keeping everyone in the city alive, when it ended, I realized I missed it.
Okay, well, good
so
for you.
I guess I'll just keep saving the world, if begrudgingly.
It is kind of the
one
only thing you
patient
ever
at a
know.
time.
Ever knew. Okay,
You
bye-bye.
too.
Bye. You are...
Hey. Evening.
Okay, I remember you. You're a soldier. Who's in
Hi
charge
there,
of that
I'm
guy?
Horatius.
Hi.
I understand we have you to thank for giving us a second chance at life. And reuniting Centilla with us as well. So,
She did say she hated me the last time she talked to me. What are you
I'm
doing?
living up north and studying in the military academy in Modena. I'm going to be an officer one day. The world's changed a lot. But some things stay the same. Would you believe we're still studying military tactics from my time? Alexander the Great, Caesar, Hannibal Barca. Still,
Are you still
I
doing
have to
the
keep challenging myself to let go
group
of old ways of
punishment thing?
thinking and embrace the new.
Oh, there you go.
As Seneca wrote, the ones who pioneered our paths aren't our masters, but our guides.
That's a good way to look at it. Sorry. I'm sorry you never got to see your girl again, huh?
Ah, you remembered that. Thank you. I grieved for a time, but that's done.
I
In
don't
the words
remember
of
what this
Epictetus,
is.
As those who rode behind triumphant
He just
remind you-
quotes people. Well
Thanks.
said. What happened to your buddy
It's
Domitus?
not my... Oh, I see what you did there.
Hmm.
Good one. He had more trouble adapting than most. He got himself disqualified from the UFC. So he started some kind of underground blood sport tournament, like we had in Rome. Suppose
That
it
makes
appealed to
sense.
people's baser instincts. And they say he made some good coin, killing a bunch of men like that. But his luck finally ran out, and his life along with it. You know what they say. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
I mean, he probably had fun. I mean, it sounds like he got what he
You're
deserved.
not wrong.
It's good to see
And
you
you.
again.
Farewell.
You're pretty chill. It looked like you have tits. Do you That man has tits.
Hello again.
Like, they go way too far, don't they?
And
He's got tits. He's got tits. Honestly, he's got
Hey.
more tits than people
Evening.
with tits.
I
Okay.
take it you're the Oracle. Thanks for coming.
Good to see you
Actually,
again.
I changed my name to Cynthia.
Good.
I didn't want to be associated with Sentius.
That is
after
good.
what happened.
Yeah,
I'm not
he's a
sure
piece
if
of
you
shit.
heard, but after you drove Pluto off, Proserpina emerged from the Great Temple. She knew right away what none of us had figured out about that psychopath. He'd been keeping my little sister locked up in the upper cistern all that time. But he's been dealt with. He's... you know what? The important thing is, we'll never see him again.
Okay, but like, what happened? Okay, well, what are you doing?
Anything I want. I'm a woman of means in a vast new world. I can go wherever and do whatever I please. Of course, I mostly just stay in my villa and have my servant Alexa summon things for me, because it's just awful out there. Barbarians everywhere.
Okay. What happened to Sentius?
He's still there, all alone.
Oh.
The last golden statue in the underworld. Trapped
Oh, there
in
we
a
go.
metal shell, slowly losing his mind until the end of time.
That is a
Eternal
fitting
torment.
punishment.
Just what he deserves, if you ask me.
He did once tell me he wanted to live forever.
Then I suppose he got his wish.
That's good to hear. Well, it's good seeing
too.
you.
See you around.
Who else do we got?
Greetings.
Oh, the philosopher. Okay. I'm glad he got out of here.
I take it you're the oracle everybody's talking.
Oh yeah, we never met at
It's
all.
a pleasure to finally meet you.
We've met before, though. I wouldn't expect you to remember it.
I'm sorry, I don't remember. In any case, I'm Philip.
Philip.
I never thought I'd leave that cave, let alone the city. And now I'm living in the 21st century. What a time to be alive.
Yeah, it's pretty
And
chill.
it seems I have your catabasis to thank for it.
What? Okay, what are you
I'm
doing
working
these
as a
days?
consultant to the Faculty of Classics at Cambridge University, helping fill the odd gap in their knowledge.
You
Not
just
that I
pulling
need the
knowledge out
money,
of your ass?
but I do love being around enlightened minds again.
Okay.
My sincere...
Bye-bye, weirdo.
Hello.
Magnificent museum. is
These
it
two,
not?
I don't really care for these guys.
You must be the.
Yeah, good to see
I
you.
am-
What are you
I
doing?
am reacquainting myself with Greece. It has changed so much over the. Perhaps one day, once I have seen all of this new Greece and sampled her delights, I hope you will.
Oh, I think I just...
I,
Consider me there, sure. It's good to see you. Random guy, hi.
You're the one we've been waiting for.
Sure, hi, Fabia.
Say thanks for sending Galerius.
Yeah, you're welcome. What are you doing?
Well, it's not like I have to work with all the silver Charon gave me. Mostly that means baking for my friends and look.
She's just glad you're happy. Okay, bye-bye.
Good evening.
Hello there.
Some soiree, innit?
Oh, you're the crazy lady. Okay. Are you the lady who's trapped?
Oh, hello. It's lovely to meet you. I've heard so much
Good
about
evening.
Wait, who are you? It's nice to see you too, Octavia.
you. I'm thankful that you're here. I was sure the person who drove off the last pagan god
I
would
don't
have more
remember who
important
this
things
is.
to do than visit the likes of us. But thank you for coming and for saving our lives. What you did was extraordinary, and I'll never forget it.
What are you doing with
I'm living
yourself?
in Rome again, in a charming little flat by the Tiber. Not far from my old place. After you sent
Okay.
Galerius to persuade Ulpius not to take his own life, I was inspired.
Oh, yeah, you were
I just
up
want
there.
to spend the rest of my life helping people, like you helped him.
I totally forgot you existed. Sounds
Thank
like
you.
a noble cause. Good for you.
That means a lot.
Okay. It's good to
And
see
you?
you. Have fun. Sure. Good.
Wonderful.
I don't care. Hi, crazy lady.
Greetings.
Good to see you.
Thank you for your
I
kind
wouldn't really
words
say you're looking well. You look like you're about
for
to fall apart.
liberating us all. In all the time I was in the underworld, I never once imagined that I might end up in a place so much like Elysium.
What are you doing?
I'm recovering. Octavia was kind enough to...
Okay, that's great. You guys are
And-
having fun. Okay, bye. Hey, man. You're a piece of shit.
hello
You
at
don't
last.
deserve to be here.
You must be the oracle I've heard so much about. I'm Dacius.
Hi.
And listen, I wanted to express my sincere appreciation for what you did. If it wasn't for you, I'd never been able to sell all
Why
those
does your arm
useless
look
old
like
relics
that?
I accumulated. Whatever you did in that temple made me a very wealthy man.
No need to thank me. It was entirely unintended.
Such acerbic wit. I love it.
What are you
I
doing?
took the money I made from selling my trinkets and started investing in the stock market. In fact, I was
Okay.
hoping to ask your advice, you being the Oracle and future seer and all that, on which stocks I should invest in next. I can't decide between fossil fuels, tobacco, gambling and arms. What would you recommend?
Oh, God. I can't really see the
Don't be like
future.
that. You can tell your old pal Dacius. I won't take no...
DVD, okay. DVD rentals, broadcast television, or print media. What do you think is the worst out of these three? DVD rentals? That's talking about blockbusters, not talking about DVD specific, you know, DVD rentals.
Of course, yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. I'll go home and buy up as much stock as I can tonight. I'm gonna make a bloody fortune.
Bye bye. I hope you fail in life. Was it the Egyptian guy?
It is an honor to finally meet you, Oracle.
Thanks.
You know my name? Oh,
Yeah.
Of course. You are an Oracle.
Yeah, we hung out
know
and
many
you threatened to kill me.
I too would like to offer my thanks for releasing us from that place and for your role in bringing us here. This world is...
What are you doing with
For
yourself?
a time, I returned to Alexandria, but they have known. Instead, I have decided to follow the custom of your youth
Okay.
and backpack the world.
So he's homeless and just wandering. Good for you. Hope you have fun doing that. You're the one who hated me,
Hello
right?
there.
Hey.
I go by Gabriella now. I didn't want to be reminded of that monster every time I heard my own name.
Yeah, that's fair.
After you drove Pluto off, Proserpina came and released me, and that monster got what was coming to him.
Sounds like he got what he deserved. What are you doing?
I'm living with Ulpius on a little vineyard.
Oh
in
yeah,
Umbria.
I forgot you guys
It's
were
even more
together.
I'm so grateful to you for me.
I might. Okay, have fun. Hey, Ulpius, you confused me with
finally put a face.
your wording. They're living together. Nice. You know, I'm glad you're happy. Fuck. Sorry, I'm stuck in a loop. There we go.
Hello.
They're so close to having like tits with their muscles. Hey.
It's so nice. I wanted to
Good to
thank
see
you
you.
personally for getting us out and for helping Rufus come to terms with himself. He may come off a little.
What are you
I'm
doing?
studying to be an architect again.
Okay.
And living with Rufus in our beautiful flat in
Oh, they got together.
Just of
Great for you. I may take you up on whatever you just asked. I don't know. Hey, Rufius. How's it like being gay?
Nice to meet.
You look like not Prince, fucking Freddie Mercury. You got a little bit of that going on to you. What are you doing with yourself? Turns out you're right, the statues really were watching us. Good to see you. Fucking get me out of here. I don't want to talk to you. It's a very empty museum, honestly.
There you are. I hope you enjoyed that.
Hey, it was okay.
There's one more person I wanted to introduce you to. I think you know her.
Prosperity.
Sorry if I frightened you. Just a little joke I've been saving for a long, long time.
I
Allow
recognize
me to
that
introduce
voice.
myself properly. I am Proserpina, former goddess of the cycle of life and renewal.
I think you need a new name.
And now, a regular mortal. I wanted to meet you in person, and thank you for freeing all these people.
I don't like the conversation
I hate
going
to
on
think
in my
what would have
left
happened
ear.
to us without your intervention.
You were with me all
Indeed.
along?
Suffice it to say that while Pluto was controlling the eyes and ears of each golden statue, I was able to control their tongues and whisper to you when he was distracted. I am sorry my messages were so cryptic. There were only ever brief windows in which I could speak to you without being detected.
You did what you could. Didn't really help, but you did something. So you
I
created
did.
a time loop.
I may have given up my immortality, but I still retain my gifts as the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. After witnessing Pluto punish countless poor souls over thousands of years, I knew this generation, the final wave, would not survive. So I tried to give them a way to buy more time. A second chance. Rather, as many second chances as they needed to avoid his wrath. So I whispered to Sentius in secret, telling him the prayer required to create a portal in my shrine. I knew the danger of humans being corrupted by godly power, and so I put a safeguard in place. I required the creator of the portal to sacrifice their own life, so that it could only be used selflessly to help others. What I did not anticipate is that Sentius would retain his accumulated memories from each previous day, and as a veteran soldier he had long since shed his fear of death. He quickly discovered that he could
Should have
in
given
effect,
it to
prolong his own life
Galerius.
indefinitely by exploiting the cycle. Of course, once I had taught him the prayer, I could not unteach him, and there was little I could do but wait for someone like you to come along and see him for what he was. We're all fortunate you came along when you did.
Wait, so if she gave that to Galerius, Galerius could have probably led them to a year of not breaking the sin, and then we would have been able to go to Elysium. So it's actually her fault for choosing the wrong person. You are the reason that we didn't get to go to Elysium. Because you chose wrong.
I don't know what happened to him. I haven't heard from him, and I rather hope it stays that way.
Galerius would have been a good man.
Oh, she inherited dominion over the underworld. Last time we spoke, she was working on a new world of some kind. She wouldn't say what it was, but I'd be surprised if you don't run into her again. I imagine we all will, one day.
That might be a hint to the next game. Actually, do they have any other games? Oh god, now that they're not whispering in my ear, it's so quiet. Do they have any other games coming out? Modern Storyteller. No. It was nice meeting
And you. Although it feels like I've known you forever. Oh,
Hasn't
and
been that
one
long.
last thing. Do you remember all those golden statues scattered throughout the city?
Yeah, of course.
Good. Because they remember you. Well done, my friend. Of all the heroes who ever journeyed to the underworld and returned, none came
This
close to
guy?
achieving what you did.
And this guy are the
Hercules,
same.
Orpheus, Theseus,
These two are the
Aeneas,
same.
and Proud.
It's like spot the similarities. These two. Here we go. Ending 4-4. That game was good. For what it started out as, being a Skyrim mod, I think they achieved the best they could have done with like these 4 people. You got the director, writer, designer, and producer. Then you got the programmer, Linus, and then you got the artist, John Yeyer. Music and voice mastering, Michael Allen. Consultants, and then you got, collaborators, and then the cast. Ancient Roman god Dennis Kleinman. That's who Hades was. I wonder if there's any names here that I recognize. That being the voice actor for Dooley just feels weird. Becca Gethings, Stephen Kelly. Georgius. Samantha Sharon, Sarah Thomas. Sarah Thomas sounds familiar. Jennifer has a lovely face. Lucretia, Christopher Kent, Malleus? No. Philosopher. Oh, I see they had some repeat actors. Elizabeth Plant. Oh, that's a good name. Like that name. Sentius was Roger Ringrose. He definitely looks like somebody who would play an evil character. Oppius and Virgil. Well. Ooh. Hope you enjoyed. We'd love to make even better games in the future, and you can help out by recommending the game. Well, it's hard to recommend something when you've played it on a stream. God, this game came out in 2021. Or at least the copyright did. Well, that was this game. It was good. I really enjoyed it. But that is the end for this. I will see you in the next one, YouTube. Bye-bye. Bye.